800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
Hey, homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious. Your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Orange County Convention Center to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur's Source. This weekend, the Orange County Convention Center. Get tickets at FloridaFranchiseShow.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, June 3rd, 2024. Lots to get to today from the end of concerts to call Kevin Bacon. Arizona just banned dancing. And Roaring Kitty takes aim at GameStop once again. Plus your calls, emails, dispatches, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lay.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. I was wondering if that was going to mess you up, your little switcheroo there.
You shut your mouth, sir. You shut your eyes. Nobody else noticed.
All you got to do is think about it really hard as it happens.
Notice immediately.
Nobody knows. And I was like, I screwed up. Oh, no.
Whoopsie.
It's like, it's enough to take me down. It's as if I'm running a marathon. No, that's too far a stretch. It's as if I'm running a short race.
Stretching is kind of a stretch, actually.
And it's as if I'm stretching alone in my house by myself, and somebody pulls out a stick and trips me as I'm walking, to go get some water.
How'd you get in here?
It's really an unfortunate outcome, but here we are regardless. Tons of stuff to get into on a Monday on the show. How are you? Let us know how you're doing today. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. I know that this morning I almost spent a bunch of money. And I realized that there's like a stack of reasons why I think concerts are dying that we have to get into today. But the one from this morning, really, it stands out a lot to me because I just shook my head. I was disappointed at the very least and just overall frustrated. And I woke up and I decided to be a good guy. Sometimes I wake up and decide to be a bad guy. But today I was like, you know what?
You didn't choose violence?
Thank God.
I didn't choose violence. No, I didn't choose violence today. I went the other route. And I said, you know what's tonight? The Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones concert is tonight in town here where we're based out of. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? So let me find 2 really nice tickets to the Rolling Stones. And Courtney and I will go. We'll see the Rolling Stones tonight. It's one of our songs. It's one of our not drinking days. Well, I'll get to that in a second. It's one of our not drinking days. So I said, we got to have something like to keep us busy. Maybe the concert might be fun. And so
Sober?
So I elbow her to kind of wake her up, and I go, hey, babe, I'm about to buy these tickets on StubHub.
It's me.
I said, I got these tickets right here on StubHub for the Rolling Stones tonight. You want to go see the Rolling Stones tonight? And she goes, the Rolling Stones? And I said, yeah. And she goes, is that, no, I won't back down. And I said, no. I said, no, honey, that is not the Rolling Stones.
That's the late, great Tom Petty.
That's Tom Petty. She goes, is it Last Dance with Mary Jane? And I go, I just closed the tab. The tab. I had it in the shopping cart, for God's sake. I said,
how much in the shopping cart, out of curiosity?
$250, so not like extremely bad or anything, but like right there. And she goes, I would rather go to the Indian restaurant than hear a bunch of old man music. And just like, all right, fine.
I appreciate her honesty. Imagine if she just went with it. She hated it.
I was so close. I was like, she'll be super excited about this. And my reasoning for wanting to go see the Rolling Stones was so morbid, but I was like, this is the last time I'll be able to see them before they all die. And
well, one of them's already dead.
Yeah, that's true. We've got the rest of them, though, are right there.
I mean, they
knocking on heaven's door, one of their songs.
But they've lasted this long.
That is not one of their songs.
According to Courtney. She didn't
should
know
have said
anything.
Free Fallin' is one of their songs.
And I was like, Satisfaction? She's like, I like Britney Spears'
American
version better.
Woman.
She didn't know anything by that. And I go, boy, that's a shame. These Rolling Stones guys have been doing this for 70 years.
They have rolled already.
Yeah, they've been out there. They've been working so hard. And Courtney's like, they're not even on my radar. It's just, no, not going to do it.
Really love their hit Learning to Fly.
She was saying, and she goes, if you get a box, I'll go. And I'm like, I'm not trying to like twist your arm to get you to go to the Rolling Stones concert.
It's for my time, Courtney. Come on.
I'm surprised you're even trying this hard to go see the Stones.
Yeah, please, name other songs.
I know a lot of Rolling Stones songs. I do. Painted Black is one of my favorites.
That's a good one. Honky Tonk Woman.
Honky Tonk Woman's pretty good. Not on the top of my list.
Ones,
Brown Sugar is a really controversial one.
Sure
I don't think they play it anymore.
Don't think so.
Beast of Burden is probably my favorite Rolling Stones song. That one I really, really like. I like the Rolling Stones.
Look What You Made Me Do.
I don't think that's the Rolling Stones.
It is not. It's Taylor Swift.
Yeah. She knows Taylor Swift. She would have gone to that concert, but not this one nearly as much. Okay, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours. And we go to a prank. And I remember when I was younger and I was pranking people. Times have changed, friends. Pranks are a little more aggressive than they used to be. Because for this prank, we go to what appears to be like a Walmart or something. I don't know. It's a large, big box store. And one friend pulls out his phone to prank the other. And it goes, well, in a direction that I think is like basically nuclear in the prank world. Here's what he says.
11 years old. 11. You're messed up in the head. You should be put to jail. The cops are on the way, buddy. The cops are on the freaking way. Hey, everybody! He's here to meet an 11-year-old boy for sex! Someone help me get this guy!
He's chasing him through the Walmart right now.
This is a prank?
In my world, this is not a prank.
It's
no.
not funny.
In my world, it's like, if somebody else tackled the dude, what legally happens there?
We're just, well, we're kidding. We're making a joke, man. Come on.
If he says he's here to meet an 11-year-old boy for sex, and somebody else goes, oh, the cops are coming? Okay, and they bum rush and tackle this young kid, this teenage boy. Are they legally in the clear? Because they thought they were stopping like a criminal from leaving the scene.
I don't know.
I don't know
This
what
is
would
a bad
happen there.
prank. I would go back to the drawing board for this one, please.
This is not fun. Not a good time.
These videos that pop up all the time now are so bizarre to me. Like, it's such a phenomenon of the vigilante group of people that they set up their own sting. And then they meet up at this, at a Walmart, somewhere public. And then the last one I saw was 6 people that were surrounding the person. Like, you know what you did? You say it. I'm going to punch you. And then they beat the crap out of him.
You know what's weird for me?
No police involved whatsoever.
These videos are a struggle for me. Here's why. Tell me if you feel the same way about this. Because if what they're saying is true and they have messages from the person and they really were trying to meet up with an adolescent and they do something sexual with them, totally messed up, want that person out of the public square, want them to have punishment behind bars. But I don't believe for a second that Vitaly or these streamers and stuff, the people who you're talking about that do these things, these child busts now, I don't think for a second they care about anything other than the content.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Yeah, I don't think that they're we're cleaning up the streets. We're trying to make things safer for the kid. I don't think for a second they care about anything other than they just want to get a crazy video or something crazy for their live stream.
And
that's
as a matter of fact, you're making it worse because of what you did. They probably cannot be arrested, right?
But sometimes they can't.
Still
Man,
go
that
back
happened a
out
lot.
there and perv on more children?
How to Catch a Predator ran into that a lot. A lot of times they ran into that same situation. I just look at it and I'm like, you're not after this for the right reasons. But don't do it as a prank. This kid is like, what the hell? Somebody's going to tackle him.
Help me get this guy! Hey! Get back here!
I mean, it's not stopping.
11 years old! The cops are on the way, buddy! The cops are on the way!
He's running out the front.
11 years old for sex!
This is weird.
That's messed up!
Oh, into the parking lot he goes. Thankfully, nobody tackled him along the way.
I don't think I could I think I would be embarrassed for myself to be the one yelling that.
Yeah.
No one responded, it seemed like.
Yeah, dude, that's another concern.
I didn't see one person raise their head at all. He was running very fast.
In the Walmart, they're like, ugh, again?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody, if they're running through an entire Walmart, that means everybody that witnesses this only gets a small piece of it. We, as the people behind the camera, are the only ones that hear the whole thing. So I think if something like that happened really quick, if you didn't hear him say, this guy's trying to meet an 11-year-old for sex, it might take you a second to even realize what's going on if you even did.
Yeah, you could only just get a piece of it, but somebody could have heard like 11-year-old for sex and just tackled this guy. Zach says on YouTube, Vitaly recently did a video confronting a child predator. Then someone out of nowhere punched him in the face and ran away. I just don't feel like they have the right motivations. Shaky Skull on Twitch says, that's how you get your friend shot dead. You don't know what's going to happen. You literally have no idea what anybody's going to do. In this case, the answer was nothing. Just no, not a single soul was like, well, maybe we should do something about this.
I mean, I guess this really doesn't matter. Were they at the Walmart together and he decided to start this prank? Or did he?
I believe so, based on like the text posted with the video.
Got him.
Best I can guess, they seem to know each other.
This is on a much smaller scale. My wife and I do this at the store sometimes.
I'm sorry?
Oh, please, what?
Go
Your
on.
wife says you're there to meet an 11-year-old?
No.
There's
a reason I said a much smaller scale. It's usually like, hey, did you get that cream for your rash that one of us says like a little too loud, and then she'll double down and be like, well, you gave me the rash with your herpes, or something stupid like that.
Jackson is going to be so embarrassed by you guys.
I'll only do this for news stories. Like recently, I've been able to do this a little bit because Courtney will be like, what's happening with the situation in Israel? Is that or is the Gaza thing still going on? And so I'll answer her as we walk through the aisles, and I'll be like, well, the Jews right now.
Oh, God. And that's why you don't go grocery shopping.
But something, she doesn't invite me anymore. This might be one of the reasons. I do like
I got everything we need. Everything we need is here.
Chip on YouTube says, who cares about the motivation? Child predators don't deserve sympathy at all. God, you single-celled amoeba. Of course they don't. Of course I stipulated all of this. Open your goddamn ears.
Whoa.
I hate stuff like this. I'm not interacting with this stuff anymore because I can't deal with stupid people, okay? That's too dumb for me to interact with.
Shall we hold you to that, Sean?
Yes, you please do. I'm setting up some new requirements for interactions. You cannot be that dumb. The point was, and it's a simple point, it's like an elementary point, that even though these people maybe are getting bad folks off the street or what, who knows? I don't even know if they're doing that. Even though they're targeting people who suck and are terrible amongst us, it's still the case that they're not doing it for right reasons. It's obvious that they're not doing it for any kind of moral reasons. They're doing it for content. They don't care. They wouldn't care if this person was out there prolifically touching little kids. They only want a moment for their viral stream. You absolute imbecile. My God.
All right, that's your last one for today, okay? Seriously.
I can't promise anything.
Okay, well,
steam coming out of his ears.
Yeah, come on. Who cares?
I'll do my best. I can't. There's so many dumb people. We have to reverse course here.
That's how their lives are going to be led. There's nothing.
I don't know.
You yelling at them is not going to have like this That's So Raven moment where they're like, I'm smart now.
Maybe. That'd be great. What a superpower that would be. Okay, when we come back, we have so much to get to today. We got Amy Caulfield coming up, I believe. She's just back from a beautiful vacation. I've been so jealous looking at the photos that Amy Caulfield has been posting. I don't know if you guys saw this. If not, you should catch up with them before we talk to her. But I also want to talk about Caitlyn Clark because she's in the news once again, and I think everybody's kind of got this backwards. We'll talk about why that is. Talk about the movie theaters crumbling and a whole lot more. More on the end of concerts and all that coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you take the dog for a walk?
Ha ha ha. No way in hell.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for this morning. Alafaya Trail westbound before McCulloch Road. Multiple lanes are blocked on I-4 westbound before Parr Street. Traffic is backed up from Maitland Boulevard. There's an accident on Popka Vineland Road near Steer Lake Road, and an accident off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound between the Beach Line and Sand Lake Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is having a one-day factory sale this Saturday only in our factory showroom. 40% off energy-efficient windows and patio doors. One day only, this Saturday from 9 till 4. Please visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
Let's make Father's Day something this year with the Bartesian Cocktail Maker. It whips up over 60 premium cocktails on demand, each ready at the push of a button. And right now, you get $50 off when you buy one pack of Dad's favorite cocktail capsules. Make Dad's Father's Day by making cocktails with all natural juices and bitters without making any mess at all. Visit BARTESIAN.com/father to get $50 off the best premium cocktail maker for Dad. Bartesian. Premium cocktails on demand.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Last season, millions tuned into the Betrayal podcast to hear a shocking story of deception. I'm Andrea Gunning, and now we're sharing an all-new story of betrayal. Justin Rutherford. Doctor, father, family man. It was the perfect cover to hide behind.
I was just like, what in the world is going on?
Listen to Betrayal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Betrayal and start listening.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The #1 cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Wonderful product. I've lost 111 pounds using that product. 111 pounds. You could not believe the difference. I went from a size 48 pant to a 33 pant, and I've maintained that now for over almost a year now. Yeah, absolutely. Andro 400 has helped me lose 111 pounds, and I've maintained my weight for almost a year now.
Thanks, James, for that inspiring testimony and 111 good reasons to choose Andro 400. The most effective and natural way to lose belly fat, increase libido, gain energy, strength, and muscle while safely boosting your testosterone levels. So guys, how many reasons do you need for trying Andro 400? Well, here are 2 more great reasons. Order now and get free shipping plus an additional $6 off when you use the code SAVE6. That's SAVE6. Call 888-400-0435, 888-400-0435, or go to andro400.com. andro400.com.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
iHeartRadio celebrates the Tony Awards Sunday, June 16 on iHeartRadio Broadway, the greatest songs of musical theater.
Alexander Hamilton.
Go backstage with Broadway's biggest stars. Hear the stories behind the shows and commercial-free Broadway hits.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
The course of the conversation on this show at any point in time just by going to thenewsjunkie.com, and recording a dispatch and telling us what is on your mind. This is dangerous. I hesitate to do this, but I'm going to do it anyhow because I feel kind of mildly strong about this. So let's dump into the world of sports here.
Oh, good God.
Yes, friend, we know what we're doing kind of in these areas.
Oh,
we watch the basketball, we watch the old hockey, the Panthers making it to the Stanley Cup playoffs, or
the old Stanley Cup.
Shut up, guys! You're supposed to be on my side. I got enough problems in the sports world.
We are there, watching it, breathing it, living it. Dare I say, dreaming about it.
What are you talking about? I got my Stanley cufflinks ready right here.
Shut your mouth. You know about Caitlyn Clark. We watched her go through college basketball and get drafted into the WNBA. And because she is one of the best ever, or maybe the best ever in college basketball, she was rewarded with like 4 or 5 shekels for playing in the WNBA.
Big money.
There's huge money opportunities in the WNBA. And I think everybody has something wrong about an incident that happened this weekend, but I know that I'm going to get heat for it just because I'm not a sports guy, and anytime I talk about sports, people are like, but when I see these things from the sideline, it's not because I'm a contrarian. It's just because I think everybody's got it wrong. I think everybody's taking a weird stance, and like just the hive mind buzzes about, and everybody goes, yep. That's the problem. And the issue was there was an incident on the court this weekend where Caitlyn Clark is playing in the WNBA, and one of the other girls shoves her to the ground, like hits her, I don't know what you want to call it, like checks her and knocks Caitlyn Clark down. And I saw this conversation go in like 76 directions. Some of them pretty boring and expected, like, oh, it's racism because Caitlyn Clark is white and in the WNBA. And some people a little bit smarter and closer to the bullseye would say, actually, the player that checked Caitlyn Clark is a giant pain in the ass bitch and has been basically booted from 2 different teams because of terrible behavior because she's not really a nice person. I'm like, okay, that adds up a little bit more. And then more people were just like, the WNBA hates Caitlyn Clark and they don't want to be around her.
She just started.
And here's the incident, all right? This is what happened. It was clearly bad. It clearly should have been a foul. Clearly, they didn't call this what it should have been. But here's the moment that started all this. Here you go. You see her get checked. I'll go back right here. She gets checked on purpose, knocks her down to the ground.
I mean, that's clear all which was called.
And the ball wasn't even near them, but the play was over. So it shouldn't have happened. It was clearly a penalty, and all the rest of it is just people running their jaws. But here's the thing that I don't like about this. Afterwards, all the stupid sports media discourse becomes like, oh, they're being mean to Caitlyn Clark, and oh, they're doing this because of this and this because of that. And I said, isn't this the problem? Isn't the discourse the problem? Could you imagine if like a Cowboys player pushed over a player for the Buffalo Bills and we were like, oh my God, guys. Oh my, look how meansy he was being to this other. Could you imagine if we treated them like these pathetic little snowflakes? Like we're treating, because she's a girl? They're hitting up against each other. It's a sport. You don't think there's rivalries in sports? You don't think people fight with one another? You don't think they trash talk? You don't think they push each other?
Well, I mean, take it a little bit further. There is such thing as female wrestling, boxing, MMA,
yes,
UFC. They don't. I mean, I've watched ladies UFC fighting. Oh man, that my wife gets into that.
But then you have the opposite.
She didn't even know who these people are. She's screaming at the TV, yeah! Get them! It's not like, oh, no, they're too mean to each other.
During the women's college championship a couple months back, it was the complete opposite, though, because you had girls that were talking smack to each other, and then it's like, they should be acting like princesses.
Yes!
And
Isn't that weird?
So, like, just leave it alone. How about that?
Am I the crazy person? Isn't that what we like about sports? Isn't that what we enjoy? When they go at each other, like we used to like all these rivalries when somebody would, be a little aggressive. Now they should have called it a foul, but what a weird thing that is happening amongst a lot of social media people and sports people, where they're like, "Oh my, we must swoop in and protect the woman because women cannot take being knocked down on courts." And it's like, what is going on, guys? This is super weird. It's like. She can stand up. The ref should be on top of it, or whatever. The official crew should be on top of it and should be calling penalties on this. But overall, like this idea that you need to come in and be a savior, you're like the dude who comes to the strip club to try to bring somebody out of there and get them on the straight and narrow. How about it's just a woman in there making money, doing what she wants to do, and perhaps the woman who hit her is an absolute piece of ass and terrible in every way. But you would never, ever react that way if this was a football game. If this was two dudes on a football field, you'd be like, man, I hope the next play he gets a touchdown. I hope he gets some sort of revenge on this person. You would never be like, oh, my God, is he okay? Oh, my God, is he going to be okay? That is just so strange, so weird that a lot of people, and I mean like the majority of coverage has been like that. The majority of coverage that I've seen has been infantilizing these grown women on a basketball court. I don't know why you would want to do that. I think that you should go, hey, the refs suck. Hey, this is pretty bad sportsmanship or whatever. But it's like you're trying to go out there on the court and like pick her up and dust her off and make sure that she's okay.
You need a pad.
Tanya on YouTube says, again, this isn't new in the WNBA. It's just being watched more. Well, Caitlyn Clark has brought more eyeballs to the WNBA. And you know what will bring even more? This drama. A little bit of back and forth. A little bit of like, hey, why are these people doing this stuff? Did anybody, when Dennis Rodman was like the weirdest guy on planet Earth and like hitting people and doing all kinds of stuff, was anybody like, oh my God, he's a real menace to society. We should take him off of the basketball court. No, you thought it was a sideshow.
Doing that. I want to go mostly hang out with Kim Jong-un. That was a bit much.
When he was playing basketball, I'm talking about, his sportsmanship was not stellar. And nobody was like, this guy's a real mean. Look what he's doing. That just wasn't a thing. Nobody did that. It's super weird that we handle stuff like this. And I think maybe it's one of the problems. Treat women's sports just like you treat any other sport, and let people get all excited and let them take care of this stuff on the court. Now, what was pathetic was the player who did this afterwards at the press conference was like, I'm not answering any questions on Caitlyn Clark. And she's like, she's terrible. What did she bring to the league? Bitch, she brings eyeballs to the league. She's the reason anybody's talking about you right now. That's a larger point. But God almighty, get it together, people. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us your first dispatch right now. Of the issues last week with the guilty verdict on 34 counts for former President Donald Trump and the effect that's going to have on the upcoming election, I saw a poll this weekend, and I was like, I think that's got it about right. It's about where my head was out, too. And they said a plurality of Americans think President Donald Trump's guilty verdict on all 34 counts in his hush money trial was correct. And almost as many think he should end his campaign over a result. That's 49%, not a plurality. That part I don't agree with. I think it's stupid. Why would anybody ever do that? That's like wishful thinking among people who aren't going to vote for him. Still, following the historic criminal trial that ended this week in a first-ever conviction of a former president, his favorability remained exactly where it was. And most of the people who were polled for this question thought the charges against Trump in this case were politically motivated. Only 38% said they were not. So most people were able to go, yes, I think that he technically violated some sort of law here. Yes, I think that the jury was probably correct in rendering a verdict given what the judge's instructions were. But no, do I think if he was any other Tom, Dick, or Harry, would he be in this courtroom facing these charges because they were basically invented by a district attorney who ran on going after him. And I think that's how most Americans are going to absorb this stuff. It's all based, it's like a litmus test based on where your politics are. Meanwhile, man, they are really crying poor mouth over at the box office. Things are not going well over there. And
is there any good stuff out?
I didn't think it looked that bad.
The pause, though, was a little telling.
I didn't go. The Garfield movie.
Okay. You had me at the Garfield movie.
Do people not like Garfield?
How many movies are we going to have about Garfield?
I don't know. But Garfield's not popular, huh? Garfield is like nobody's coming to see Garfield.
We had, what is a live action remake? Haven't we had 4 of them already?
There's been a bunch of them. This one's animated, I think, right? I honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
this
remember.
Is the first I'm hearing of it.
I don't remember watching a lot of Garfield growing up. I mean, I remember it being on. I don't remember going like, yeah, I want to watch Garfield right now. Put it on. Let's watch the cat eat lasagna. I maybe I did. I don't know. But it's not something that like is high in my memories.
Yeah. The other thing that was kind of crazy to me was Furiosa. That's the prequel to Mad Max. And it's like the female lead one. Plummeting at the box office. It only made $3.5 million.
Bros.
It did 6th place. I think it's because it seems like too much action and not enough story to people. That's what I get. Maybe you don't. Let me know if you feel that same way. When I see the trailers for Furiosa, I'm like, looks kind of cool. A lot of dirt, a lot of sand, but a lot of action and maybe too much action. And they said that the Furiosa character only has a handful of lines in the whole movie. She doesn't, like, speaking is not one of the things that's key to her character. And I said, it doesn't seem like there's enough story here to back this up for me. It fell all the way to 6th place, and that movie hasn't been out for that long. If is sort of the surprise that's hanging out there for a while with $10.8 million. That's the John Krasinski movie that had almost no marketing budget, I think. I didn't see any trailers for this until like the last minute. Then I saw some on social media. And if you don't know about it, If is a movie for John Krasinski. He plays Jim in The Office and other stuff. And he's in A Quiet Place. He was behind that one too. And If is about like invisible friends or imaginary friends, I guess I should say.
Right.
And what happens if, you stop believing in the imaginary friends and then they all just like hang out in their own world together and they're funny looking, cute looking little characters. That's the basic plot line of If. And that one is still kind of doing all right. I don't know if it'll recoup the budget on it, but Garfield movie, even though it was in 1st place, only made $14 million. Soft weekend at the box office.
Yeah.
Hollywood's crying poor mouth. They're saying, we can't do this. We can't take this. Come see our movies. everybody in the entertainment industry is desperate for your buck right now, and nobody's giving those shekels out, it would seem. And one of the things that I noticed was, I'm sure we'll hear more about this maybe in the next episode, but you guys probably saw that J-Lo canceled her whole tour. She canceled the whole thing. Ooh. And they said, how much do you believe this? They said it wasn't because of ticket sales.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I don't know that I buy that. I don't know that I think that is accurate.
You know what else you didn't buy? Tickets to her show. And that's why she canceled the show.
Well, on the next episode, you had kind of chronicled the trajectory here. First, she had one name for the tour, and then the tickets weren't selling. And then she changed it to something like Greatest Hits. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like implying like, hey, look, J-Lo's not just playing the new stuff here. She's going to be playing all of her greatest hits on this tour, and that should ramp up sales. But it didn't. And this is on the back of the Black Keys completely canceling their North American tour.
Oh, people would have gone to that.
Same thing. They said they shouldn't be in arenas. They were booking too big of venues, and the tickets weren't selling. And so they had to call it off.
Went to Lionel Richie last week, and it was incredible. Yeah. And it was an arena show, and every single seat, from what I could see, was filled, and everyone was singing. He did a killer job. Now, I will say, it seemed like based on all the other shows I've been at that arena, they moved some stuff up. Mm-hmm. But it was a very, personal show, it felt like. Also very funny. Lionel Richie is very funny.
Question about Lionel Richie.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I think he had going his way, I may be wrong about this, so put me on the straight and narrow if you think I am.
You got it, dude.
Does Lionel Richie not tour that much? I don't remember many opportunities to see Lionel Richie. And so I was like, maybe it's not.
He's been on this particular tour for a minute now, because I knew people. My mom went to the same tour last year.
I just felt like he's not. I felt like he's not oversaturated, but maybe I'm wrong on that. I just didn't know that.
I've seen him before one time. I forget who played with him, but we went. It was a good show, but I don't remember turning down a whole bunch of opportunities to see Lionel Richie.
This is one of the first ones I remember. I was like, I could go, and I wanted to, actually. What was the best song live? What was the one that impressed you the most?
I mean, what was the one? Gosh, now I'm
Dancing
blanking.
on the Ceiling?
Dancing on the Ceiling was fantastic, but there was one that there was so much fire that they had, and everyone was singing along, but I could feel the fire. And
oh my God, how close were you?
Honestly, I was not on the floor. I was like in seats. I could see it. It was a great spot, I'll tell you that. But the fact that I could feel that fire and that it was directly behind the drummer and the keyboardist, I was like, you must have second-degree burns.
They're burning back there.
Without a doubt. But he did a fantastic. I think the whole thing was great. The only thing, my only tiny complaint, is that he skipped Truly, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. And it seemed like he played it on every other spot of the tour except for this one.
Oh, really? He's got a catalog, man, that guy.
Played a lot of Commodore stuff, so it was great.
I was going to get tickets to bring Courtney there, but she was like, is he that Don't Back Down?
No, that's
no, it's not. You think everybody is Tom Petty.
Bring her to the Tom Petty hologram.
Yeah.
When
we're
it
going to have to do that. It's the only opportunity I'm going to have to go to a concert. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. Your dispatches are queued up and ready to go. We'll get further into what's happening with concerts here. Plus, a comedian on tour is facing some heat. Why? What's happening? We'll let you know. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And this afternoon we'll have a busy breeze blowing in off the Atlantic, keeping us a little cooler there with highs in the mid-80s on the beaches, close to 90 in Orlando. Generally dry for the Orlando metro region, points east, but if you're heading west toward Tampa, expect afternoon thunderstorms developing along the I-75 corridor. Those storms heading our way for later this week, but we need the rain. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by DellAir.com. Feel the Dell Air difference. Let Dell Air help you declare energy independence with a new AC system for up to 50% savings on energy bills. Call or visit DellAir.com to book your free estimate and start saving with summer rebates, specials, and interest-free financing.
I love
the doctor's office
on
that
my
mixed
system.
up your
And
files.
this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm going to pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's frozen drinks. I call them air cup-ditioners. Air cup-ditioners come in all my fave flavors, like frozen Coke, frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, and frozen Sprite Limonade. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.49 after breakfast hours. My air cup-ditioner is on full blast. There are drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and Limonade are registered trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I feel occasional burning and stabbing in my hands as I age.
I sometimes feel numbness and tingling in my feet as I get older.
It's starting to get in the way of doing what I love.
At Nervive, we hear you, and we can help. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use.
Now that I know, I'm taking control.
Try Nervive Nerve Relief and say yes to healthy nerves. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids, running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well. And then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the law offices of Kaufman Lind. When I first graduated law school over 25 years ago, I had so many ideas of what practicing law would look like. Well, after 25 years, I learned the most important thing I can do is care. There are many nights that I spend thinking about what I can do, how I can make a case better, how I can protect my client. If that works for you and you are in an accident, contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. Offices, Orlando.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
For like 100 different reasons. But I read a story this weekend, and you guys are going to go all burn it down on me if everybody's like, yeah, let's throw the political people all behind bars. Let's do that. That's a good move for America in my 401k. If that's the route we're going to, like, because some people at least seem to be on board with that. Like, let's just jail political people and let's pretend like all this stuff is super important. So if we're going to do that, let's do this, because the story I saw this weekend was about the potential punishments that Trump could receive on, I think, July 11th or whenever the sentencing date is. I believe it's like July 11th.
That, yeah.
And they said one of the things that would be possible, ever since I heard this, I've just been picturing it. They said Donald Trump faces possible community service sentence, which could include trash pickup and graffiti cleanup.
And the thing
ever since
I would do to see that.
I've just been like picturing Trump scrubbing Pen 15 graffiti from a wall, and like Trump at the beach with the little, the stick with the poker on the end, picking up trash on the beach and
sweating his ass off.
Do you know how annoying it would be? Like when you go into public service as a person who eventually becomes a Secret Service member, agent, officer. Yeah. Whatever. You're a member of the Secret Service, right? Mm-hmm. And you're like, we're going to protect the president, and then when he's not president anymore, we're going to protect him, and that's our calling. That's how annoying it would be to be his, and he gets sentenced to clean up roadside stuff, and they have to be
there.
Have
to help with that, you think?
No, he doesn't have to help.
They have to wear the vests too, probably.
Yeah, it's like 5,000 degrees outside. He's got the little vest on, and he's doing it. But he's like super not into it. It's like a little kid when you get them to do a chore,
disgusting.
But they clearly don't. He's cleaning off the graffiti, and I'm like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we might as well do that, because that's the greatest visual in the world. Like, I just never pictured anything better than that with Trump out there, and he's doing his Trump stuff. He's like. I may be out here embarrassing myself, but I'm gonna be the best at it, Or I could just
never been cleaner. This is the cleanest highway you've ever seen.
I could just picture so many things. What do you think? Would that be a proper punishment? Some of you are going to be these super thirsty folks who are like, no, I want him on solitary confinement for 4 years. This is the best thing for America.
I don't know. I'm wondering
justice.
I'm wondering if a bunch of community service would be not worse punishment, but more embarrassing than
it would be
him
more
doing
embarrassing,
time.
And it wouldn't work as well for him. He knows this. He was like, I hope I get some jail time. He's like, I'm not scared to serve it. I'll serve some jail time.
Can you imagine him playing basketball, lifting weights?
I think the number was. Can you look this up, C-Lane? Look up Trump donations. I thought I heard this weekend that post conviction, he raised like $200 million or something, which is insane.
I think within the first day, maybe less than 24 hours, it was like 35 million.
I'm seeing 53 in the first 24 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's a total.
$1 million.
Is there a website that you can go?
Look up Trump 200 million, because that's the number I saw attached to
And this went
story.
to what? His website directly, or did someone start a GoFundMe? Because I imagine there are some of those where they're completely fake, and somebody profited on just getting their link out there. Like, this is to help Trump. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happened. This would be like donations, I think, through his website or like his campaign website.
The one that says 200 million is an old story.
Is it? Because I got a push notification like from Twitter this weekend. Like it was a new thing.
Oh, it's from Twitter then. Yeah, it must be true.
No, it was from a news outlet on Twitter. You dope.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, I'm not the same. I'm not your YouTube friend. All right.
It was from some news outlet.
Don't get all steamy-eared on me.
Well, whatever it was, they suggested that he's made a ton of money off of this, and his campaign is kind of loaded up now. So if he went to jail, then he'd be swimming in even more cash. But if he got the community service, I don't think people would feel quite as bad, and maybe they would just think, like, this is just embarrassing. I just want cameras on that, no matter what.
Without a doubt.
I want to see what happens if that goes down.
Soup kitchen. How does that work?
Trump at the soup kitchen, big old ladle, and he's so mad.
Want an extra scoop? You gonna vote for me?
And he's just running down Sleepy Joe.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, but the judge would have the authority to pick any of these things that could be, and the Secret Service can't intervene with that, correct?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I've had community service before, but it was so long ago that I don't recall how it was chosen.
What had community service for?
When you got arrested, remember?
First of all, it's none of your business. Second of all, it was when I got pulled over and I had 19 grams of marijuana in my Camaro. And I had 3 girls in my Camaro with me.
Okay.
And I was like, this is a good night, you know?
Right.
I got all these ladies want to hang out with me. Everything's well. And I went to each of their houses and picked them up.
So you were Uber.
Kind of. And so I pick them each up one by one. And I go and I meet the parents. I'm like, hey, you know, what's going on? I'm taking your daughter. Don't worry. I'll have her back by then. You know, just a cool trip to all these places. All these girls loaded up in the car. And then I got pulled over, and the cops called all of their parents to come pick them up.
Oh, Jesus.
And one by one,
embarrassing.
The parents were like, you're never hanging out with my daughter again. And hopes and dreams dashed. And marijuana charges hit me. And I never recovered. After that,
I think it turned out just
dealing,
fine,
started doing heroin, started pleasuring men for extra drugs, and just spiraled from there. A little bit of the fun, yeah. It was a mixture of motivations, honestly, if I'm just being truthful about things. Anyhow, what was I talking about?
I don't know.
I forget. Oh, you had probation once before. We were wondering if there's any way that the Secret Service, because of their obligation to protect former President Trump, could intervene with his sentencing, which I'm going on record to say I don't think that's possible. I think the judge is the authority here.
Yeah, that might be the case. For me, I was there was a local like rec center, and the rec center had a boxing program. So they had this big gym with all the punching bags and all of that stuff. And I went in there, and I had to like clean off all the gross, sweaty boxing stuff.
Ew.
And I had to do 40
How was that service to the community?
Because it's like community rec center, public area. They got to get somebody to do this work, and so they use like community service people. And I was the huckleberry for that, and it was gross. I remember it being gross, and it went on for so long. And I said to the guy one time, I was so bad at things. I went up to the guy who would like sign off on my hours, and I said, "Hey, a friend of mine was doing community service." And he brought his sheet to the community service guy, and the guy just signed off on all the hours. Is that a thing here?
Oh, my God, Sean.
He said, because you just said that to me, I'm going to make you do every last minute and second of the community service you've been assigned. And he, like, made sure I was there for every single...
before, man. You charm. You introduce yourself.
I went right to it. I don't know why.
This is you offering your music director coke all over again.
It was not. I don't know. It's not a good move on my part.
Now look at your back seat. 0 girls.
Yep. None. It's just a big mistake.
Man sweat.
Yep. Oh boy. All right.
Learned your lesson though, I'm sure, right?
I think so. We'll get to this.
At least Courtney's parents let her hang out with you. That's good.
For now. We'll get to this comedian who is under fire at some point here very soon. We've also got the concerts issue. When we come back, I want to talk about the GameStop ramp up that is underway and how much money Roaring Kitty, the guy who started this last time, has invested this time. It is a mind-blowing number. They might do another movie on this guy because of what's happening right now. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
On I-4 this afternoon, you can expect your regular delays before Champions Gate between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535 westbound on I-4 before Parr Street. Authorities are clearing up a serious accident there. Multiple lanes are blocked. There's intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway. 2 left lanes are blocked on Forest City Road westbound before Palm Springs Drive. Travel with caution through there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant All Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Nasal Guard. People who suffer from allergies use Nasal Guard to prevent them. Nasal Guard's innovative gel and spray products protect you from all airborne allergens, no matter what the forecast holds. Visit Amazon, Walmart, or nasalguard.com today. Breathe better this spring. nasalguard.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
Ah! That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Glad to finally have you over. What do you think?
You could install a bay window to let in more natural light over there.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just that I saved hundreds on my Navy Federal Credit Union home equity loan. Now I see potential home improvement projects everywhere.
Learn more about how our home equity loans with no closing costs can help you get more from your home base at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. Membership required. Loan subject to change.
Now, it's your time to make more money and be your own boss. Come to the Franchise Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Orange County Convention Center to meet with the best money-making franchises. Learn how you can open a successful business. This life-changing event is your only chance to see all the hottest money-making opportunities in one place. Find the perfect business for you at the Franchise Show, presented by the Entrepreneur Source. This weekend, the Orange County Convention Center. Get tickets at FloridaFranchiseShow.com.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day. But when we're driving, cooking, and working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night. Could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Michelob Ultra wants to give you the chance to watch the next Copa America match live in Orlando. Complete the entry from the QR code at participating outlets for your chance to win a Michelob Ultra grand prize of 2 tickets to the June 29th, 2024 Copa America game in Orlando, where Canada and Chile will compete. Michelob Ultra is a proud sponsor of CONMEBOL Copa America. Must be 21 or older to enter. Please drink responsibly.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
EasyCater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Whether you need food for catered meetings or company events, EasyCater has everything to make food for work, work. Seriously, it's all right here in one place. Coffee, snacks, breakfast, daily employee lunches, you name it. Whether you run a nonprofit or a company with offices nationwide, we've got you covered. Anywhere work happens, EasyCater has everything you need to make food for work, work. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Talented Amy Caulfield from Fox 35.
Hey, guys. Happy Monday. I missed you last week.
Yeah, we missed you too. Yeah, and I'll tell you what. I'm missing that I wasn't able to go with you on this vacation that you just went on.
So weird.
Because it would have been awkward, but I would have been able to enjoy.
I would have taken you. You would have been my stowaway.
Where was the place that you went? It was so beautiful.
So we went to St. John. So we were in U.S. Virgin Islands, and we had been to St. Thomas like many years ago. So this was our first time just doing St. John. So St. John does not have an airport. So you have to fly into St. Thomas. Then you take a taxi ride across the island to the ferry. And then you take about a 20-minute ferry ride from St. Thomas over to St. John. So St. John's like a little more remote. It is home to what was just rated like the best beach in the world, which is Trunk Bay. Wow. It's absolutely spectacular. Like you can see everything because the water's so clear. So you can see all the tropical fish, and the snorkeling is amazing. And it's just a beautiful island. It's mostly national park. It's the Virgin Islands National Park. 70% of the island is national park. So there's like a ton of wildlife. There were like the cutest thing were the donkeys that were roaming everywhere, and the goats. They were everywhere. They're so cute.
Oh man, it was really fun. It looked like a beautiful place to be, and like you had perfect weather the whole time too.
Yeah, we had great weather. Okay, so the other thing that was super cool. So you guys know the Corona commercials with Snoop Dogg, where he's like sitting on the island and he's like drinking the Corona beer, and you just see the two palm trees behind him, and there's like nothing else. So that's an actual island in the British Virgin Islands. It's called Sandy Spit. And so we went on a boat ride, and the guy was like, "You want to go to the island where they film the Corona commercials?" And we're like, "Yeah." So
he could easily film a Corona commercial like that in a soundstage or something.
So cool. Yeah, it was amazing. It was beautiful, like so unspoiled, like nothing on this island except for these two trees, and it was really neat. It was fun.
Did you have margarita out there?
No.
Oh my!
That would have been more fun.
It was a perfect time. Everything was set. You had the beach. You had everything ready to go. Oh,
no drinks.
I would have had like 400 margaritas on that beach, and then cried a little bit, and then jumped into the water.
It's so beautiful.
Oh man, just taking it all in.
Well, well-deserved vacation. And welcome back.
Yeah.
But thanks, you guys. Good to be back.
Very good to have you back, Amy, as always. And what's grabbing your attention today? There's a lot of stuff happening out there.
Yeah, there is. I think the biggest thing tonight, you guys, I don't know if any of you are going, but the Rolling Stones are in Orlando. They're only doing one show in the entire state of Florida. So it should be really fun. They did release some tickets for the upper level, like nosebleed seats. I think those are selling for like something about like 60, 70 bucks.
Yeah, 65 is the face value for those. And then, there's fees and stuff that'll probably make it like 80
I
to
saw,
100.
I was going to buy tickets this morning, and I saw it said starting at $68, and I go, boy, that's not too bad. Even though it's like nosebleeds, that's not too bad to be able to see the Rolling Stones and be entertained for a couple hours or whatever. Yeah. And the decent tickets were about $100 to $200, which is pricey, but this has been much more expensive for other concerts that I've seen lately. Are you going to go out there?
No, I would love to, but you guys know, like, just it's really hard to work on this shift and like be able to do anything fun like that. Late at night concert doesn't start till 8. I don't know what time Mick Jagger will come out on stage, but I mean, probably not right at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
unless he's like Madonna.
How old is Mick Jagger these days? How old is he?
I believe he will be 81 next month.
Oh my God, really?
81.
Cow,
so the oldest person I ever saw in concert was Willie Nelson. We went and saw him at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. And he was still great. He sounds the same. I don't know if Mick Jagger is going to sound the same tonight, but Willie sounds the same. But he was only on stage for like 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's asking a lot of him. Willie Nelson's ticking the years up further than anybody else, I think, out there.
Yeah, he's older than Mick Jagger. I don't know how old Willie Nelson is, but
I'm curious now. I could understand this for an outdoor show. You wouldn't want to do anything with the sun still out because it gets really, really stupid hot. But I mean, for these older performing artists, these older
Willie
bands,
Nelson's 91, by the way.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Willie Nelson just had a big...
Willie is 91?
Yeah. He just had a big birthday party, big star-studded thing. You'd think that they would do some indoor arenas and make it earlier. All your fans probably want to go to an early concert, too. Why are the Stones still starting at 8 o'clock?
I don't know. I mean, people were suing Madonna because she wasn't coming out on stage. Like they said on the ticket, that its concert starts at 8, but she wasn't coming out until like 10:30.
Oh my gosh. If that's
we're like, I can't stay up that late.
If that's a real thing, then Lauryn Hill better watch out because she doesn't come out anywhere on
charity
time.
has a reputation for it, so everyone knows that you're going to see Lauryn Hill.
It's baked into the pie with her. But Amy, you are so right about this, okay? The Rolling Stones they're clenching on to their rock star status, and they go, well, rock stars don't play early, you play late. If there was a band or a performer that came out and was like, look, I know every single one of you is in bed by 7:30 p.m. I know you want to get the early bird dinner, come here at like 5, and then we'll set you off on your way. They'd sell all the tickets. They'd sell all the tickets if they pulled that off. But I think it's going to be a big show tonight. It should be cool. It should be fun. Yeah, it's very close.
It's cool that they released the upper level seats, so that should be fun. So I actually bought some tickets to see. You guys know who Zach Bryan is?
Yeah.
In Tampa in August, but now we can't go. So I have like these 6 tickets. So I went onto my Ticketmaster account the other day so I could release the tickets, and it won't let me release them. I don't know why.
What?
So now I got to figure that out.
Oh, Ticketmaster's losing all of our data. They're not letting Amy sell her tickets.
Wait, that's so weird they wouldn't let you sell your tickets.
Yeah, it's a little
Isn't that
concerning.
weird? I'm like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I should on all the buttons.
She probably tried to sell them for face value, and Ticketmaster's like, no. This is the feature where you add $100 to the price of the ticket. The thing about the Rolling Stones, they released those tickets this morning that were about $65.50 face value, upper deck, but there's a bunch of tickets still like available at face value, like not resale.
Man.
Oh, really?
You just got to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, and look, I think by the time that the show takes off, it'll be nice and full, I'm sure, in that arena.
I'm sure it will.
I'll tell you something, Amy. I think I might be a country music guy. I think I might be into it.
Here we go.
This weekend, so on Sunday, yesterday, we went into the pool.
He likes Shabuzi now, so he thinks he's country.
Okay, Shabuzi's awesome. That song's so good.
What Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll's okay. I like him a little bit.
He's a sweet man.
We went into the pool on Sunday, and I was like, I haven't been in the pool in a long time. I don't use our pool enough. But I got in, it was like a religious experience for me. It took me to another place. And then I said, Courtney, put some on the speakers. I got outdoor speakers. And she put on summer country songs. And I was like, I think I like this. I think this is where I'm aiming for the future. And there was a song by Morgan Wallen and Post Malone. And I was like, that's a good one. And There's a couple other ones. I'm new to this world, folks, but I think I can get into it. It's a good time.
But it's interesting. There's like a bunch of country artists that, like, okay, for instance, like Zach Brown, Kenny Chesney, right? They have kind of more of like a Jimmy Buffett type vibe than they do. Like, so I think there's so many different country artists and they all have sort of a different vibe. Zach Bryan tends to be like a little more like bluesy, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like, you can't just say, I don't like country music because there's so many different kinds. Just like, it's just like with every genre of music.
It seems like there's a lot of like subgenres inside of that, and some of them are bad and some of them are good, I think, and it's just a variety of this stuff.
Now you said
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
You put on this really great playlist. Did you have to keep interrupting it to go, Alexa, who sings this song? Alexa, what's this one called?
Add that to my favorites list, please.
I did that, actually. I did put a couple of them on my favorites list. And we started like, this is not good for me to say, but I'll go.
Thank you for your transparency.
This weekend, we realized we're like, why are we listening to the radio? It's the same songs over and over and over again. We should just make our own little driving playlist. And so Courtney goes, okay. And she made a driving playlist for us. And I'm like, I dig all of these songs on this playlist. The minor problem is that we only have 5 songs on the playlist so far.
Okay, good.
So
there you go.
You don't really drive that far.
Yeah, we're more repetitive than the radio stations because we just got...
What kind of music does Courtney like?
She likes everything. Right now, she likes that Filthy song, Amy, and I don't know what to do about it.
Which one?
That Drake one with Sexy Red, and it's like air out your this and shake your this, and it's so filthy.
Turn this racket off.
You're saying I should have let my daughter go to the Drake concert in Tampa a few months ago?
It's over.
Decision,
they're all listening to this stuff anyhow. And we had our version of this when we were younger too, but I listened to this song and I was like, oh my God. Clutched my pearls as hard as I could.
One time when I was in middle school-ish, something around there, this was like when you're downloading all the stuff on Napster, and I was like, sorry, Dad, they just don't have the clean version, or else I'd get the clean version. On Napster, it's the album cut, so that's what we're stuck with.
It's one of those songs when they play it on the radio, there's so many record scratches or like whatever they have to do to cover up the curse word that you barely hear the song. It's so bad.
But why the donkey noise, Sean? Where did the donkey noise come from?
Good question.
He's a DJ.
I don't know. I never know, Amy. What else is happening out there in the world?
Oh my gosh, this poor Starliner. This thing is never going to get off the ground. I was joking this morning that maybe they should call Joe from Amco. She can fix anything.
Yeah.
So they were supposed to go up on Saturday, and I'm sure you guys saw another scrub within the last couple of seconds of launch. This is supposed to be, the alternative way to get astronauts to the International Space Station. Right now, we only have one way to get them there, and they want another backup, right? Yeah. So Starliner is the backup. This is a project between NASA, United Launch Alliance, and Boeing. And they just have not been able to get this thing off the ground. So it was a different technical reason on Saturday. Every time it's been something technical, an oxygen sensor, which that's what made me think of Joe from Amco, that commercial. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah,
where the kid calls his dad. Joe says it's just the oxygen sensor. So I don't know. Wednesday is the next day. Potentially they could get this thing off the ground. 10:52 a.m. is the time. And, this is one of those things where people love to watch these launches, but how many times do you go out there to try to watch it and it gets scrubbed after a while? It's like, it's kind of depressing. So anyway, hopefully it'll go. I feel bad for these 2 astronauts because they've been locked up in that, in that cockpit into the capsule many times now.
I can't imagine that feeling. Like you get in, you're like, either we're going to space or we're coming back out of here in a couple of minutes and we'll go to Wendy's later on.
Right.
That's such a weird back and forth emotionally, I think.
Right. I can only imagine, right? You say goodbye to your family. I'll see you, whatever. And then, and then nothing happens. Okay, I'm back,
Amy, would you do it? Story of a lifetime. Story of a lifetime.
I think so.
First reporter in space. We want Amy Caulfield to go up, and then
I think it would be incredible. Like the Blue Origin flight, which is the one that you guys have all seen, that all the celebrities have done, where it just like goes
William
up.
Shatner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that would be super cool. You experience weightlessness for, I don't know, it's not very long. I think like maybe 60 seconds or 90 seconds or something, and then they come back down. I mean, that would be cool just because it seems a little less risky, maybe. I don't know.
I think Amy's a little daredevil. I would never do that.
She would appreciate it. I would also be up for it, but it would have to be a solo flight because anyone else that is with me, their experience would be ruined by me screaming the entire time. Like full-blown bloody murder screaming.
I would be crying.
We had a guy on the show this morning. It was fascinating. So he's a world record holder. He's from here. He teaches at UCF. He teaches statistics. And so he said during COVID, he was bored. His name's Aaron Smith. And he went to DeLand and he did skydiving.
Mm-hmm.
He just, did traditional skydiving.
Yeah.
So he did it. He loved it so much. He got hooked. He goes all the time. Then he tries, and I'm going to probably say the name of the suit wrong. Have you guys seen the one where the suits where they look like a bat, basically?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they jump
squirrel
out.
suits or something like that.
I forget what it's called. Anyway, so it's basically you look like a bat, right? You jump out of the plane, and he said it's more like traditional flying, more like flying like a bird. And so you do eventually open your chute, but he was like, I can slice through clouds. And he was, anyway, it's fascinating.
You don't have to run into a bridge and be completely obliterated.
It's a wingsuit.
Listen, this is so crazy, you guys. He jumped and did this 7 times in one day. So we were asking him, like, when you go up 7 times in one day. So yesterday he said he went up and jumped out 7 times, but he just broke the Guinness Books World Record for our longest flight in a suit like this. And he jumped over Tennessee but less than a year ago, July of last year, at 43,000 feet.
Oh, wow.
No. Isn't that crazy?
Let me tell you something.
43,000 feet. And so he said he was having to do oxygen, the whole flight, to make sure that he had enough oxygen in his lungs, because he's like, when you jumped out, you can't breathe.
I would never hang out with this guy. I would never hang out.
Nothing we would do would be fun for him.
Exactly. He would yawn at everything we said. We'd be like, do you want to go? Would you like to go to the farmer's market? And he'd be like, the farmer's market.
Farmer's market. It's so boring.
Yes, everything would be
let me
boring
take
idea.
a plane 43,000 feet in the air, and then I'll jump into the farmer's market.
Right, yeah.
Grab some soap.
He doesn't just go to a football game. He airdrops into a football game. Everything is more exciting for this guy.
It's very cool.
Holy
it's very
cow.
cool. I was like, I want his job. I don't know. I'm not sure if I would do it, actually.
So you would do the space.
You
would do the space, but
not
not
the
Yeah, but see, you're in a ship, Chris. I
Okay.
don't think I would want to just my body is dropping out. I think at one time in my life, I thought it would be cool to to maybe do a jump like that. But now I don't think so.
Okay, so
You have to do it in your 20s. After that, you start thinking about all the ways you could die, and you stay on the ground.
Have you guys all done it?
No.
Have you guys all done the jump?
No. You know what? 2 reasons why I've never gone skydiving and never will. Number 1, I'm super scared and I would be embarrassed because I might pee my pants. Number 2, I have an irrational, maybe it's a rational fear. I have a very large fear that I think I would look embarrassing while I'm skydiving. I think
the face flap?
Yeah. I think I would look really stupid, and then people are like, look at this idiot. He's the ugliest skydiver ever. And I feel like the whole, it would go viral and the world would shame me. And,
you could try is the indoor skydiving, which I've done, and that was very
I've done
fun.
that. That's super fun.
Definitely going to make your face look weird.
Yeah, that's the one I went to, and I thought it was great. And then on top of it, I was like, hey, to the instructor, I go, do whatever you want. I go, just take me on for a ride. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. And then he just started spinning me around, and I didn't have to drop from 43,000 feet. And
what a cool job.
Seriously. No, they they show us all the cool tricks that we can't do. They're like, if you keep paying for this, maybe one day. And then he would flip around and go high, low, and it was awesome. I really did enjoy the experience.
Well,
It is fun.
One more question, Amy, because we know that Daredevil Amy would do not really the skydiving, maybe in a previous time, but would do the space trip. Would you do the thing? You have a coworker that has done this. Would you ride on the Hurricane Hunter plane?
Oh, no.
No.
To me, that is so scary.
I think I would.
Really?
I think I would only because I know whoever is manning the flight does it all the time.
Yeah.
Remember I did the stunt plane many years ago?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that person, took me for the ride of my life, right? He was whistling.
But did you get sick or feel sick? That would be my fear, is that I would throw up.
Didn't they tell you they were going to charge you $10,000 if you threw up?
They told you guys that. They didn't tell me before. And then when I got back to the station, they're like, did you know if you vomited, we would have had to shut the station down because it's a $45,000 fine? But the guy was like,
station's in real bad financial shape, I guess.
I would have been fired either way. But that was like exhilarating. And he said that was kind of a 3 out of 10 for him. So with that and how calm he was flipping me around in this Red Bull plane, I would do the hurricane thing because I know that, they got it covered and I'll just be screaming the whole time.
Have you guys ever done
scary.
the blimp, like where they offer you to, they sometimes when the blimps come, like
I've
for
never been offered.
They never offer us that stuff, Amy.
Oh,
no. They always do it during our show. Whenever this blimp comes into town, we get pictures on Facebook of like, oh, Chad and Leslie are in the blimp, and Johnny's in the blimp. Everybody's in the blimp but us. Nobody even asked us about the blimp.
We could be in the blimp. We have the technology. We could broadcast from a blimp. Come on.
I would never do it for, again, a very specific reason.
Come on,
I don't know,
Sean.
I don't know if I've ever told this story. You guys can do it, all right? One time, I don't know how, but my dad got a call, and they said, Russ, would you like to go in the Goodyear blimp? And my dad said, yes, I would love to. And my dad went in the Goodyear blimp over some like football game or something. And he came back. And for the next 5 years, he wouldn't shut up about the time he went in the blimp. My dad he would redirect every story to a blimp story. And he'd be like, when I was up in the blimp, and I go, Dad, I asked my uncle about this. You were in the blimp for 37 minutes. That's how long you were up there. You've told 400 minutes of stories.
Peanut butter and jelly right now.
He wouldn't shut up about the blimp. Hated the blimp. My God.
You're like, Dad, I just got a new car. He goes, I love cars. They take me to the airport where the blimp is. I drove a car to go ride to that blimp.
Look, I would like for you guys to be able to go on the blimp. I might go on the blimp too. But
you have to be on board for it.
All right, I'll go on the blimp.
Sidekicks.
I want you guys.
Fun.
I want you guys to be able to experience
it would be peaceful.
It does until somebody like harpoons that thing out of the sky.
I've never done a hot air balloon either. That's like I don't know. I get a little.
Yeah,
we
it's
run all
too
those
slow
videos
for me.
of them like hitting, power lines and stuff. It makes me nervous.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan
All
of
right.
that either.
Well, this was a very fun conversation. I can't wait to think about my impending doom for the rest of the show.
Nobody better out there. The lovely and talented Amy Kaufeld.
And fearless. Fearless Amy Kaufeld.
You're going to space. That's crazy.
You're the best, Amy.
I love you
Make
guys.
sure you're waking up every morning with Good Day Orlando, no matter where you are listening to this show right now. And you can go to fox35orlando.com.
Ooh, quick question for Amy.
What?
Did they ever get my 45 entries to the contest that you guys were having for?
You can't win the money.
What? I read the terms and conditions, and I know they saw my email. Just want to throw it out there.
Yeah, Sabrina. It's an Amra though. They took the B out every time. Sabrina Amra.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Next,
I saw it. I got him.
All right.
We'll see you next week, Amy. Thank you for hanging out with us as
Love
always.
you guys.
Love you.
There she
See you
goes.
next week.
Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35. Back in just a moment. We'll talk about something pretty stunning that happened in the world of food and marketing. I know that seems like a place where boring stuff happens. Trust me on this. You'll see where that goes. Plus, the GameStop action is back on, $116 million deep. What's going on here? We'll explain. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Authorities are clearing up a couple accidents around the area. Forest City Road westbound near Palm Springs Drive. I-95 southbound at U.S. Highway 1. The shoulder is blocked at mile marker 273. Authorities have cleared up that accident on I-4 westbound near Parr Street. You can expect your regular congestion through the city, though. And if you see any other traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguydon.com. Click the compare quote button and Don will review your quote today. He's going to let you know if you got the best deal or make sure you get the best deal. That mortgage guy, Don, is a friend that has your best interests in mind. He's looking out for you. What local business do you know with over 1,000 5-star reviews? Well, that mortgage guy, Don, does, and that's because he has a lot of happy customers and friends that he's looking out for. So, peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgagiguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgagiguydon.com.
The biggest stars in the universe
are on a collision course
with one stage. Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, returns.
Re-entering the Las Vegas atmosphere this September. Stream live only on Hulu.
Be here as our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup is revealed.
Tomorrow morning at 8.
Fence Outlet has the largest selection of fencing options in the state with over 400,000 square feet of showroom and warehouse space. Get 0% financing for 12 months for your gorgeous new fence. Book your appointment online today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-254-5751. 800-254-5751. Again, that's 800-254-5751. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's frozen drinks. I call them air cup-ditioners. Air cup-ditioners come in all my fave flavors, like frozen Coke, frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, and frozen Sprite Limonade. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.49 after breakfast hours. My air cup-ditioner is on full blast. There are drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and Limonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
iHeartRadio celebrates the Tony Awards Sunday, June 16 on iHeartRadio Broadway, the greatest songs of musical theater.
Alexander Hamilton.
Go backstage with Broadway's biggest stars. Hear the stories behind the shows and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Plus, check out exclusive interviews with this year's Tony Awards nominees. iHeartRadio Broadway, one of over 100 commercial-free stations on the iHeart app. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway and start listening.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
This just a bit, though. Make myself more aware. And A long time ago, I remember being at a restaurant, and I saw a grown-ass man have a full-on meltdown, and it was over what I thought to be the dumbest thing ever. And the reason was because this guy goes to this restaurant. He goes, table for two. They seat him and the woman he's with. They seat them down. And then the guy goes, I'll take a Coca-Cola. And the waitress says, we only have Pepsi products. And the man proceeded to just mauled over this. You only have Pepsi products? And he just screamed and yelled. And he left. He left the
because of Pepsi products.
Because he wouldn't. He's like, I'm not doing it. I want to. You have Pepsi products? And I go, the brand loyalty here is kind of amazing. I do appreciate that in some ways.
To get up and leave is a little much.
Over a soda choice? Here. Like, you could just have a water or something. I don't know. I don't understand because I drink two things, water and whiskey. Those are the two things.
Wow, man.
Cool.
And that's wrong because you like that ultra pasteurized milk, the Fairlife.
So
I don't drink it that
White
much.
Claw anymore?
No, I don't drink White Claws, except for
After
maybe
all
one.
These years.
Maybe one or two a week.
Many, many a times, hundreds, dare I say, that I've asked you to take a whiskey shot, and now you've turned over a new leaf.
Oh, I
Ain't it
drink
better?
only whiskey shots and
Remember
water.
when it was just Captain and Diet Coke?
Yep, never. I haven't had one of those in a year plus, and I did that thing where I was like, why am I doing this? I don't even care about Captain and Coke. I just started drinking and I got stuck on this path, and so I've changed up a couple of things. And we don't necessarily drink when we're out at restaurants and such because, number one, I don't want to have a drink and then drive afterwards. That's one thing. The other thing is it's like a waste because I'm not going to get drunk off of one drink. And if the goal is to get a little tipsy, then I'll just wait till I get home and get some Tullamore Dew and shoot those suckers. But I drink whiskey and water. Water and whiskey, those are my two things that I drink for 98% of the time. Yes, there's some Fairlife mixed in. Sometimes I wake up with like a dry mouth and I grab one of the, not Powerades, whatever we have in our refrigerator, like coconut-based drink. No, it's kind of like that, though. It's not far off. It's like one of the big workout brands, but I can't think of the name of it right now. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I was looking at this and I said, there must be more people like this out there. There must be more freaks who would just lose their mind over these choices. And not Celsius Bootsy Moonshine. No. I stay far away from that. I say as far as possible. Body something is the other company. Anyhow, so I looked at this story over the weekend from the Wall Street Journal, and they had a graph with it, and I tweeted this out. And they said market share of carbonated soft drinks is changing. And Coke is still number one with a bullet. Like 20 years ago, Coke was around 20% market share, meaning 1 out of 5 people who order a soda are ordering a Coca-Cola or, related brands or whatever. I guess just specifically Coca-Cola because they also highlight Diet Coke on here. And from there, Pepsi was like number 2 at like 15%. Pepsi is dead. Pepsi is like cratering. Nobody wants it.
You'd be surprised, but they also got deals in certain places and venues that they
weird?
snagged first, where it's like, nope, just Pepsi products.
Isn't that weird how it works? Like when they have a deal with one company and they have either one company's products or the other one, and that's it. That's all they got.
Yeah, the only place where you really have a choice is like a gas station.
Yes.
That's the only place I can ever remember seeing a soda fountain that has both brands on there. Now, I know that I think Pepsi gets to slide in and give a better deal sometimes to cut costs because Costco used to sell Coca-Cola products, and Costco notoriously will not budge on that $1.50 hot dog and a drink deal. Like the CEOs and like the people in charge are like, if the price changes, it's because I'm dead.
Yeah,
it's never going to happen. So what they did is they cut costs other places, and now they have Pepsi.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense for some of these businesses to offer this, and people are choosing Pepsi far less, though. The one that is rising like a phoenix right now, and I guess it's with a lot of young people. They credit a lot of this to TikTok. Dr. Pepper, which was like an also ran drink. Like of my childhood, I remember it's like, oh yeah, and there's Dr. Pepper. It was like just not the biggest thing. Mountain Dew was huge, and Sprite and all these other brands. But Dr. Pepper is up from around 4 or 5% market share to almost 10% market share now. And they credit younger people and their drinking habits with changing this dramatically. And I always find the allegiance so funny to me, like the people who will only have this or that. And my mom was one of those people, just for the record. And by the way, it was body armor. Thank you to the 11 people on chat that pointed out what was in my refrigerator when I forgot what it was. Yes, body armor is what I was talking about. My mom was a Diet Coke fan to the grave, literally. Like she had 3 Diet Coke cans every single day of her life. She would not drink anything else. I don't know if I ever saw my mom drink a glass of water. I can't recall her, just like always always Diet Coke. And if I had a friend over and they dared take one of the Diet Cokes, my mom, she never got mad at anything. My mom was like the sweetest human being to ever exist. She never got mad at anything. I remember when I would do something bad, the thing that would melt me, even then, I was more emotionless robot Sean than ever when I was younger. And my mom, if I would come home and I had done something bad, she would be in the doorway, and when I opened the door and I'd be like ready to argue with her or whatever, she'd just start crying. And I'd be like, oh, God. Damn. Oh, and I'd just melt. And I'd be like, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I don't even care what it was or if I felt that I was wrong. And sometimes I'd walk and she'd be sitting in that hallway, standing in the hallway with that Diet Coke in her hand and just crying, waiting for me because I'd screwed up and I did something wrong. She was a fan through and through, man. She loved that stuff. I just am not in that world. I've never been in that world. And now Wall Street Journal saying Dr. Pepper is exploding, tying Pepsi, about to pass Pepsi to be the number 2 soda on planet Earth. Some of the flavors, I guess, have been big. Let me know if you know about that. Hit us up. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. GameStop, it's back. It's happening again. The stock, once again, has these supporters, including Keith Gill, the man who was in the movie... what was the name of the movie? Oh, I forgot the movie about Roaring Kitty. Yeah, the Roaring Kitty one.
Dumb Money?
Dumb Money. That's exactly what it was called. Yeah, which is kind of a fun little movie. It's a simple, fun little movie.
I thought it was great. Loved it. Just recently saw it.
Yeah, and it's got a bunch of other stars in it. And now he's back. He was silent on the internet for years and just basking in the money when he finally broke and sold his shares of GameStop. But now... he holds 5 million shares of GameStop once again. It's $115 million.
But refuses to sell.
No, he just bought it. Just bought it. He's like ready for round 2. He's going for $115 million. I think somebody said he currently owns like 10% of GameStop, the entire company, because of the stock purchase that he made. And this guy's ready to stomp the shorters and squeeze them out. If you don't know how this works, like most people don't know how this works. You can buy a stock. Everybody knows that. You purchase a stock. Here, Mr. Wasson, here's your stock. I give them money. Now I have the stock. If the stock goes up in money, I could sell it and I get more money back than I gave them in the first place. If the stock goes down in money, I get less money back. That's the stock market, simply put. But you can also, you can short stocks, meaning you could bet for a stock to go down. And there's been people, a lot of like big traders, big like billionaire types who have been betting against GameStop. I'm not a fan of shorting stocks. I'm not a fan of this being a thing. Rooting against American companies seems anti-American to me. I want all companies in America to succeed wherever they possibly can, and I don't want to root against them. Doing that, it makes you like the bad guy on Captain Planet to me. You're just as bad as the bad guy on Captain Planet. But because this is a thing, I support people like Roaring Kitty who go out there and take the opposite approach. And they squeeze the shorters, because when you short a stock and then the stock goes up, eventually you're caught holding the bag and you can lose an unbelievably large amount of money. And so here we go. He's got $116 million back in GameStop, and we'll see what happens. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Well, what's coming up on the next episode? An update on Richard Dreyfuss and his pregame activity before his transphobic rant. Lady in red face. Old news, biting a bat's head off. New news, getting bit by an actual bat. Plus, that's Sir Abba to you, peasants. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next in the News Junkie.
The Jim Colbert Show. Out of context.
I can't believe that you called me out for teabagging. Because, I mean, come on, I didn't mean it that way.
I don't even know what that means.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And this afternoon, we'll top out at 91 in Orlando. A dry day today, winds coming in off of the Atlantic, about 15 to 20 miles per hour. But west of Orlando, expect thunderstorms. We could see a bunch of them around Tampa this afternoon. Later this week, we're really going to warm it up. Upper 90s by Thursday. Steamy and also stormy, increasing rain chances. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by MD Now Urgent Care. For over 15 years, Floridians have trusted the physician-led team at MD Now Urgent Care for high-quality health care. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, MD Now Urgent Care is here to get you back to better. Find a location near you at mdnow.com and use their convenient web check-in today.
If you own a timeshare, these are scary times. From the timeshare companies that have perfected the high-pressure sales tactics to the endless pop-up exit companies that are often just as bad as the timeshare companies. Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Since 2011, our mission at Wesley has been to change the timeshare industry by educating folks and helping them get out of their timeshare. Our proven process has helped over 40,000 timeshare owners get out of their timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results have made us an industry leader. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free, exposing the tricks of the timeshare industry and how we get folks out of their timeshare.
For your free info kit, call 800-822-1490. That's 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I feel occasional burning and stabbing in my hands as I age.
I sometimes feel numbness and tingling in my feet as I get older.
It's starting to get in the way of doing what I love.
At Nervive, we hear you, and we can help. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use.
Now that I know, I'm taking control.
Try Nervive Nerve Relief and say yes to healthy nerves. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2024.
ePass presents the romantic comedy travel experience of the summer.
Margaret, I love you.
And I love saving on Florida toll roads with ePass.
You'll fall in love with convenient roadway electronic toll payments all over again. Plus, you can qualify to win $100 in tolls. Go to getepass.com and sign up for a free ePass sticker. You'll be entered to win one of our daily giveaways of $100 in tolls now through June 16th. Choose ePass, expect savings. Get details and rules of the contest at getepass.com.
iHeartRadio Broadway celebrates this year's Tony Awards Sunday, June 16th, and takes you backstage with Broadway's biggest stars and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway on the iHeartRadio app and start listening.
Easy Cater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Whether you need food for catered meetings or company events, Easy Cater has everything to make food for work, work. Seriously, it's all right here in one place. Coffee, snacks, breakfast, daily employee lunches, you name it. Whether you run a nonprofit or a company with offices nationwide, we've got you covered. Anywhere work happens, Easy Cater has everything you need to make food for work, work. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a test
testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Your direct line to the heroes that saved Canada that one time.
If you missed any of the show today, you can always get the podcast. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, and you'll see all the links to subscribe or get all the updates on iHeartRadio that you need. Are we ready to go, Sabrina? All right, here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Oh, look at that sweet Latin booty.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. You're refinancing, buying your first dream home. Perhaps you got a quote and you want to know you got the best deal. Then you go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Compare your quote today, and you get peace of mind right there at your fingertips. Working with a friend and an expert you can trust.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 70. It was 78 years ago, 1946. Jacques Haim, a French fashion designer, he debuted what they call a two-piece bathing suit in Paris.
Oh,
and what they name it, fellas?
the bikini.
The bikini body.
The bikini was born on this day. Named it the
Was it salacious at the time?
Oh, it was. And it was also named after Bikini Atoll.
Yeah, the Bikini Atoll.
The islands in the South Pacific where the atomic bomb testing was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Because I don't. He chose the name because he thought the bikini was so scandalous that people would react to it the way that they reacted to an atomic bomb being dropped. So there you have it, my friends.
So they could have been called like Nagasaki's or something, but we just escaped that. And it's been very different.
Still sounds
I need
dirty.
to go buy a new high-waisted Hiroshima.
Look at the pair of Nagasaki's on that one.
And it was 69 years ago as well, 1955. The 7-Year Itch was released in New York, starring Marilyn Monroe, and a subway vent that blew up her skirt. And then I put the two together. I'm like, that would actually help with the yeast infection if you got cold wind of air.
Those like sewer things that blow up like that
hot
always
air,
seem,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's like they always seem filthy to me. That's like
disgusting. Speaking of filthy, happy Pride Month, baby.
All right.
Gay.
So gay. The gayest month. Homosexual.
I never heard that part in the background there.
Yeah, usually faded out, but because it's Gay Pride Month, I will play more of that. And I also want to say it's starting. Not everyone's down with Pride Month, but I know Adele is because she started one of her shows with completely berating somebody who said that Pride sucks. So she decided to scream at him, and there are many angles of this video to tell the tale.
Did you come to my show and just say that Pride sucks? Are you stupid? Don't be so ridiculous.
Let's jump him!
Let's jump him!
Oh my God! Jesus Christ!
Do we have any husbands here? Perhaps it's you, sir. Do we have any husbands
Any
here
husbands
tonight who'll
here?
be dragged along? I will not be offended. You can cheer. Do we have any husbands here? You will thank me later because I'm really going to turn the lights on tonight, right?
I don't know if you heard her, but she said, I was going to get you late tonight. For all the husbands. Yeah, quickly went to the husband stuff for the straight people.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Katy Perry, I'm going to put a little asterisk to it because I'm seeing all the headlines like, Katy Perry edited this video of that one kicker who went viral for the super misogynistic speech at a college graduation. They say Katy Perry, quote, fixed Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker's recent commencement speech to make it pro-female and pro-pride. The asterisk being, did Katy Perry actually edit this?
Katy Perry is kind of
like... Is she a video editor?
Am I wrong here? I feel like she's kind of like desperate to maintain some sort of relevance.
What do you mean?
I feel like Katy Perry...
Thing?
I don't know what. I mean, just in general, I think she's always just trying to do something. Because for a while, people didn't like her, and she hasn't done anything relevant music-wise in quite some time.
Well, she did this edit that she didn't do.
Yeah, I feel like this is like an attempt to go like, look, guys, I'm still here.
For the ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young life. I would venture to guess the women here today are going to lead successful careers in the world.
Sounds like Anderson Cooper.
Said, I want to say happy Pride Month to all of you and congratulations, class of 2024.
So there you have it, my friends.
All right.
Someone also celebrating Pride Month? Question mark, not really, but it is beautiful. Richard Dreyfuss apparently was trying on some dresses before he went on to his anti-trans rant. And
he was wearing a dress on stage.
TMZ has the video to prove it. I don't know if you want to pull it up real quick, but check him out. The guy was in a store right before he hit the stage trying on dresses. Surveillance footage has been obtained. It was from the end of May, showing Richard being helped by a number of staffers at Worthy Girl Consignment in Beverly, Massachusetts, where he later got on stage and made it what?
Why was he doing that?
Oh, great question. He tried on 5 different looks, smiling and laughing with those in the store before finally picking a dress.
Here
he
it is.
ended up staying in that store for quite some time. Look at him trying those. I don't know if that neon green is your color, bud.
No, he looks terrible on him.
He settled on a floral blue dress he wore on stage.
I don't know if that's anybody's color.
Which says it's
Did he put these dresses on and then afterwards he felt like lame about it, and so he's like, "I'm definitely not trans." And then he just started like anti-trans rant, or like,
I don't know. It was a controversial appearance, but also as like very questionable, as in like we don't understand where you're coming from. He stepped out in the dress in question before going off on the tirade about the trans community, amongst the other inflammatory remarks. Inflammatory, but I'm sure it was inflamed too, because it's a tight dress. Now, Worthy Girl Consignment is seriously upset with an employee telling us, my TMZ, I'm a robot, the actor's rant insulted their main clientele, which is the LGBTQ plus community, which they're shocked by.
This is weird. Why is he doing this? He went into this place and just like tried on 5 dresses.
Well, you got to find the perfect one, Sean. Have you ever worn a dress?
Weird.
Maybe he's going a little kooky.
I'm a man. I'm not wearing dresses.
I drink whiskey and water. I ain't wearing no dress.
And milk sometimes, baby.
A little bit of milk, not too much milk.
Someone whose dress will be worn at home because the cancel tour is no more.
What?
She's been
Want to do that one again?
Yeah, no.
Rewind.
There's someone who's going to be wearing dresses at home because her God, doing it again. Because her tour is no more. It's been canceled.
Her cancel is totally toured.
Whatever, man.
J-Lo.
You know what I'm talking about. She has canceled the This Is Me live tour. Now let's go back a bit. It was announced that the tour was going to happen. It was called This Is Me live tour.
Would you have gone?
Maybe. I probably
thought
would have.
about
After the second renaming, I would have.
I thought about, because I was driving to work one day and they had
Tell you my joke later.
the advertisement for it on the side of the Kia Center, and I was like, wonder if I could like find cheap enough tickets so I could just go to see how empty this place is.
I mean, based on how the ticket sales were going, I'm sure they would have had a big giveaway on all the stations. So it goes from This Is Me live tour to This Is Me greatest hits to This Is Me not happening at all. This is me at home.
Damn.
And they're totally blaming it on the kids and family, saying it's her time to spend more time with children, family, and close friends. Completely heartsick and devastated, but it was absolutely necessary, Papi. There's plenty of talk that poor ticket sales were at least partially to blame. Obviously, the rumors going around that she and Benny Boy are headed for divorce, but they have been spending a lot of time together lately in front of paparazzi on purpose. They're not, and the stupidest headline I saw was, they haven't locked lips, but there were kisses on the cheek. So everything's,
taco kisses.
Taco kisses. Yeah, it was supposed to, the first date of the tour was supposed to be in Orlando on a Wednesday night, and I thought, man, they've already canceled a bunch of dates because nobody's buying tickets to this. There's just got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. This could be a train wreck.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
And if we had some free tickets to show up, I
just want to see it fall apart.
I kind of do.
Of course.
All right, can we do something? We've never done this before.
Yeah, what?
Can we do the rest of the next episode when we come back so we stay on time?
I'm done. Boob tube.
Oh, really?
Google it. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. I'll just move the other stories to later on or send them to you via email.
More? I was hoping we get more.
Okay, yeah. All right,
yeah, no. I was saying let's do the rest of it when we come back.
Oh, thank you.
And so we give it a little more time.
Pressure.
I know that I was blabbing so much in the last segment. I looked down and I said, "Oh my
this
God!"
This is the first time in 11 years you've acknowledged that blab right before the next episode, and
I didn't do it. I'm not doing it on purpose. We were just talking, and then I said,
"The whiskey guy I like."
So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more of the next episode.
This is about stocks, too. I mean, just really great.
We're yawn-worthy. What am I doing? We'll talk about this comedian that I brought up, the concerts and the issues they're facing, and a whole lot more.
Ooh, Smokeweed's still going to play, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, here we go. And it's gone. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Yeah, we'll finish with that. We'll get the rest of the next episode that's coming up next in the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for off-ramp backup from the Greenway southbound to Colonial Drive and delays on I-4 before Champions Gate between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. There's intersection backups where Vine Street meets John Young Parkway, and authorities are still working on that accident on Forest City Road westbound near Palm Springs Drive. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
Grab great gearhead gifts your dad will love, like tools, parts, and collectibles, or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends June 23rd, 2024.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
I love playing pranks on my sister, and this deal going on at McDonald's is my chance to take the lead. Enjoy any 2 items for $3.79. From the iconic McDouble, the McChicken, a 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, to even a small soft drink. I'm gonna pair my McDouble with her small fries, but secretly pull her fries out of the bag. She won't even notice. Hey, where'd the fries go? Sounds like my prank just got fried. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's frozen drinks. I call them air cup-ditioners. Air cup-ditioners come in all my fave flavors, like frozen Coke, frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry, and frozen Sprite Limonade. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.49 after breakfast hours. My air cup-ditioner is on full blast. There are drinks. And there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, and Limonade are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Hey, if you're listening to me right now, I have one thing every business needs most: attention. Think about it. We swipe and scroll past stuff all day, but when we're driving, cooking, working out, we're also listening. That's the magic of audio at iHeart. We're in your next customer's ears while they're living life and listening, just like you are right now. So get your customers to listen up today using radio, digital, and podcasts. Call 844-ADD-HELP-5. That's 844-ADD-HELP-5.
Ah, summer in Florida. You know, that fun season of watching the thermostat like a hawk, not to mention your power bills. Keep the AC in and the heat and humidity out with new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen delivers custom-designed, energy-saving windows and doors, and that's because their unique Fibrex material combines elegance and resilience, offering double the strength of traditional vinyl. And they offer a seamless experience from design to installation, providing durable affordable windows and doors in Florida that can stand up to Florida's weather. And now through the end of June, buy one window and or patio door and receive one 40% off. Plus 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring experienced window and door installers. Just go to rbafla.com for complete details. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
One more rep. You got it.
10.
Nice work. You're a beast.
Thanks, man. I feel better than I have in years. And I gotta tell you, taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix, that's the testosterone booster TV ads with Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, right?
Yes, the key ingredient is Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles to people?
Yes, Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger and leaner with more energy. And as Frank says, she'll like it too.
I need to get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix.
Just send a text. Text BELT to 231231 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text BELT to 231231. That's BELT to 231231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better immediately at Sam's guaranteed best price. Navage. Navage. Breathe easy.
I feel occasional burning and stabbing in my hands as I age.
I sometimes feel numbness and tingling in my feet as I get older.
It's starting to get in the way of doing what I love.
At Nervive, we hear you, and we can help. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use.
Now that I know, I'm taking control.
Try Nervive Nerve Relief and say yes to healthy nerves. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman. Instead of talking about how great my law firm is, let's talk about autism awareness. In Central Florida alone, there are thousands of children on the autism spectrum, including my son Jacob. I'm not asking for a donation, but just a couple seconds of kindness when you see one of our children out in public. It will make a huge difference. If you want or need any information concerning the autism community, contact me at jeff@whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Occupying the space between high society
and prison tattoos.
Early on the show, the next episode, part 2, Electric Boogaloo, is going down. I think C-Lane has something for you to get you started.
You guys want to do it now?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
What'd you do? Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah. more. Next episode, here's some more, and here's how it goes. There you go. Hit it, Sabrina.
Hold on. Need a second.
It ends a little abruptly. You might need it again.
Yes, please.
More. Next episode, here's some more, and here's how it goes.
Oh, that was a beautiful gift.
That took me like 2 minutes. It's a minute and a half longer than it should have taken.
Waiting for the AI, and this was so much better. This is why AI will not take over, because you do stuff like this. So thank you so much for that.
All right.
What's taking over is even more stories about this guy right here.
Oh, Diddy.
Puff Daddy.
Yes, Puff Diddy, Daddy, Dummy Combs. Now we have not one, not two, but 5 former Diddy employees accusing him of fostering abusive and toxic workplace by threatening and berating them. But the stories behind these threats and the beratements, new word, are something different. One, for example, alleges that he grabbed and squeezed her face. Another, that he sneezed right on top of her.
Oh, my God. That's disgusting.
That is so gross. And you, can you imagine your boss doing that? How do you even go to HR for that?
It's not really gross when you have a baby. All that stuff happens to me daily.
But what, was Jackson grabbing your face and then, like, looking in your eyes and sneezing?
Sometimes. It's very close to that.
Cute.
Yeah.
Does it feel targeted every once in a while, like he's doing this on purpose? He knows he can get away with it.
That's what I had with Carl this morning. I have a whole wall of pee pads. Because despite how much I walk him, he still has his pee area. And I put the wall up of pee pads, but he pees right in the middle of the floor. And looks right into the security cam like, yeah, Mom, what are you going to do about it?
Carl.
Anywho, following the Rolling Stones' scathing 6-month investigation findings, the Daily Beast is now jumping on the scathing train, choo-choo, sharing their own exclusive probe into Diddy's, bad news.
Yeah, this makes him look like a really bad dude.
I don't know
honestly,
how he's going to come back from this.
I don't see it.
So they say these are from the lifestyle brand John and Blue Flame. That's his now shuttered advertising agency, and these are the employees from that. Alleged that the mogul would grab them, berate them, and threaten them. Out of fear of retribution, the former employees have remained anonymous. However, one former female Sean John staffer recalled a time that Diddy allegedly grabbed her face after a creative disagreement. She said he didn't like that I wasn't agreeing with him, and he wasn't interested in hearing my point of view. He told me, when you speak to me, you should imagine that you're talking to Karl Lagerfeld. Anything I say, assume that it's coming from Karl Lagerfeld.
All right.
Okay. The former female staffer added, at that point, I didn't have a response to that. Like what a lot of people would. It's very confusing. He reaches out, he grabs my face, he puts one hand on both sides of my cheeks and says, stick out your tongue. Then he squeezes my face harder and yells at me to stick out my tongue, forces his hands on my face, just wanted to see if her tongue was bleeding because she was biting it. She said it started looking for a job immediately after that moment. I just wasn't interested in being there to deal with that kind of treatment. You have to really idolize him and see him as an icon. I didn't. I was just there to do my job. Another staffer said she wasn't surprised by Diddy's actions in the Cassandra Cassie Ventura Hotel assault, adding, I'm sorry it took this long. I hope he gets what's coming for him. There was another person that claimed he was fired after making eye contact with Diddy. And I remember one of the rules when I started this show was don't look Sean in the eyes.
That's not true.
But here I am, almost 11 years later. So just know you just keep on fighting and look me in the eyes then.
I can't really. This is the best I could do.
Or you'll be fired.
Elaine pops in.
A lot of profanity and aggressiveness. Physically, he was in your face, that kind of stuff. He always tells them it was the worst experience that he's ever had in his life. And then that one employee who got completely sneezed on.
He just seems like an asshole, man.
Yeah,
like all these stories, it just seems like he's a terrible person to deal with.
He did the second season of Making the Band, right? When they moved it over to MTV.
Yes.
And he was supposed to be the one that was
Wasn't that Danny DeCane? Or was that the other one? The other girl
I don't
band?
remember. No, I thought it was guys, but I'm not sure. Might have been both. But was he like that seemed like kind of a venue where it would have came out that he's a little hard to deal with, like professionally.
Here he is, making millions upon millions of dollars. He got Icon of the Year right before all this crap came out.
Damn. Do you guys remember when Diddy took part in this like social justice song with The Game and Rick Ross, and it was all about like Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin, and he managed to plug his vodka in the verse. He said, police taking shots, and I ain't talking about Ciroc.
Oh, my God.
You're like, oh, gosh.
There you have it. Congratulations. Let's give it up. Love is not dead. First time, second time. No, how about fifth time is where you find success, maybe. Rupert Murdoch. The set wedding bells are ringing once again.
He's old, too.
93 years young, Sean.
Damn.
And has now been married for the fifth time. He announced the news through The Sun, the whole tabloid that he owns. And he shared pictures alongside his blushing bride, Elena Sukova, a retired molecular biologist that he's been involved with for several months. They married at his winery in California. So I would love for you to pull up these pictures because...
All right, let me see.
The wedding bells are ringing, but something else is a-knocking, and I believe it's the Grim Reaper.
You know what's crazy to think about? And I thought about this the other day. One of the differences between men and women that seems so weird to me is Rupert Murdoch could still have a kid if he wanted to. And that's so strange to me.
2 swimmers left.
You're fertile as a man for you could
93.
Yeah, you probably still could get somebody pregnant. It's so weird. Oh, is this it right here? Okay, this is I believe the photo of those two.
Yeah.
He looks pretty old. She looks a lot younger than him,
and she's 67.
Yeah,
smart lady. So yeah, before that he was married to Wendy Dang from 99 to 2013, Anna Murdoch Mann from 1967 to 99. He first married in 1956. So he knows the drill.
Jesus.
So happy wedding to both of them. Fifth time's a charm.
The first time he got married was 70 years ago? That's insane.
Yeah, baby. And finally, I'll leave you with this. Big congratulations. That is Sir Abba to you. And then what do you, what's the opposite for, what's gals? Ladies?
Guys?
No.
Madam?
If you're knighted, you're Sir. If you're a male, what are you if you're knighted as a woman?
I'm working on it.
Thank you so
much.
Madam?
Dame.
Well, hot dame. ABBA fans rejoice. All 4 members of ABBA, Benny, Agnetha, Annie Frid, and Bjorn. It's Bjorn, I know. Reunited in Stockholm to receive a prestigious Swedish knighthood from King Carl the XVI.
As they call him.
And Queen Sylvia. So we have Anderson at 77, the other member 74, 78, and 79 that received the Royal Order of Vasa are now commanders of the first class for very outstanding efforts in Swedish and international music life. Congratulations. Yeah. On the boob tube, we have the 16th season premiere of American Ninja Warrior on NBC, the series premiere of the 1% Club on Fox, with The Weakest Link on NBC, and the streaming premiere of ISS on Paramount+. Catch Rob Reiner on Kimmel and you, follow your dreams, and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
That was fun.
We're talking about this comedian, and I didn't really know he was swirling in controversy right now, but Michael Rapaport keeps having his comedy shows getting canceled. And
Remember
he's
when we
Jewish.
did one with him, kind of, but then he just did the podcast.
My God, yeah. That's one of the things. Like, I don't really feel like Michael Rapaport's a comedian, like a stand-up comedian.
I didn't feel like that either, but I never really had a very strong opinion on him until that happened.
I only saw him when he was guest host on Wendy Williams, and then he does a lot of Bravo stuff.
Was he good on that or no?
Yeah, I thought he was good. Hosting that, it was funny.
I liked him as an actor. I thought he was good in The Sixth Day, and I'm sure I've seen other stuff that he's been in. But when he did that thing to Moses, where he
I like how you say did that thing to Moses.
Well, I mean, kind of
He kind of did, though.
Well,
Let's
no,
be honest.
he did the thing for Moses, but he also did something to Moses. He ripped him off, I think.
I thought so.
He charged extra to have an extra person as part of the act, and then they sent over the video, and it was just him. I don't even think he was standing up. I think he was sitting down ranting.
It was full. I mean, and I don't even think he had a microphone. I think he was just using the laptop mic.
It was like he sat down at his computer, hit record, and he's like, the New York Mets. What about the New York Mets? They're crazy. And he talked for like 20 minutes about whatever and stopped and then made a whole bunch of money off of it. I forgot what the amount was, but it was enough to be irritating.
All this was for charity, though, and we thank Moses for putting that on during COVID.
Yeah, he should have given that money to the charity.
So anyways, Michael Rapaport is a JOO, and being that he's a Jewish man, he is outspoken, and he's been a controversial defender of Israel's war in Gaza, and said the Comedy Vault in the Chicago area says Rapaport's scheduled appearances led to escalating threats of violence, including death threats. Given the escalating violent threats toward our staff and performer, including recent death threats, we decided we cannot in good conscience proceed with a show that poses such a significant safety risk to our staff, audience member, and the community as a whole. I didn't even think this was that big of a deal. Man. The idea that clubs could be bullied, clubs could be threatened, Jewish people, people that believe in the right for Israel to exist, or anybody should be bullied, threatened, canceled, or boycotted, is so against anything I believe in, anything this country is about, said Michael Rapaport as a response. So, yeah, I guess there was some threats and stuff, people going after him. Was there somebody else that this was happening to do, Celine? We talked about this once, you and I, where somebody else's shows were getting canceled.
Oh, weird pillow talk.
Because of the Israel stuff.
Yeah, Modest Yahoo.
Modest Yahoo. That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
There was a bunch of, he's been on tour, and there's been some different dates where they, different groups have planned protests outside his shows. And it's, and in some of the stops, including the House of Blues in Chicago, said, no, we're going to pull the show.
Yeah.
I think Modest Yahoo still gets paid.
Just because of protests, though?
Yep. Yeah. Because people were protesting and they were saying we're going to put threats out there. And of course, it's seen a lot of that kind of stuff, unfortunately. And clubs, out of an abundance of caution, will ban the things or not ban, but they won't go on with the performance. Got banned? Yes, I do. For going after, of all people, Bill Cosby.
Say what?
Like, oh, this is a sacred cow. You guys can't go after Bill Cosby. You can't say this stuff. No.
Do you remember, like, some of the hate emails you got because of that?
Oh,
there was one that was particularly egregious.
It's one about my dead mom or something. Yep. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I get those every once in a while. I got one not too long ago. I don't want to get into
Oh my God, you always do this. I knew you were going to do it. Just tell us.
I thought it was funny, and I laughed, honestly, but I was like, man, people will, because they listen to the show, they will just like think they can get away with anything. And it was when I did the post about my sister, somebody put dead, period.
No.
Oh.
And I was like, wow. You monster. And I get it.
Was it like 2 minutes after you posted it?
Yeah, it was pretty quick. It was pretty
God,
quick.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even think of that. Like, usually, I always think of the worst possible things to say at any given time, and it's a curse sometimes. But like that didn't even cross my mind.
I didn't get too uptight about it because I'm like, it would be super hypocritical. This is what I do when celebrities die, and I post it on the page. It seems super inappropriate, but it did make me laugh.
What
in that
made
moment,
your sister laugh?
I don't know.
Okay.
My sister didn't want to be. That's why I never really told stories about my sister.
She was on the air with us one time, though.
Was she?
Oh yeah.
I didn't.
Maybe it was secret shows. But I remember talking to her and then just shared all the stories.
Yeah, she was not one who wanted to be like, she didn't want to be talked about on the show. So I never really did that over the years, just to try to be respectful to that.
Dylan didn't get a choice. So
no, and he likes it. He likes it. Unless they're mean to him. Then when they're mean to Dylan, he's like, when they were calling him out for something, not having a job or something, this was not too long ago. And he's like, what are these people doing? How are they able to say that? This is your platform. You need control of these people. I'm like, whoa. I don't have any control of these people. What are you talking about?
You're right. I should control the people on the platform where I am a champion for free speech.
I have no control over these
Sounds
animals.
like my dad commenting and replying on everyone else's comments.
Yeah.
How would you like if your daughter was spoken about? I'm like, please stop, Dad.
And you go, you have to talk to them. You go, like, you're just going to make it worse.
This is what a radio bit is.
Yeah, it's not going to make things any better for me, unfortunately. But yeah, Michael Rapaport, the show canceled at least that one outside of the Chicago area. He's not very happy about
Oh, so that was Chicago, too?
Yeah, just outside of Chicago.
So, because, yeah, the Modest Yazoo one, same place.
Really? I wonder if it's like the same group of like weirdo activists who are like trying to bully people out of their performances if they don't agree with them.
It could be. He said the sold out. It was a sold out show in Chicago. It was canceled. True details surrounding the decision remain opaque, and the responsible parties all point fingers at one another. The decision, I can assure you, there have been no threats of violence received by our security team, who have been vigilant in knowing what is happening in each city. Mm-hmm. And then I guess he went on to say that since he was still getting paid by the venue, he would donate that money to one of
Take me to the richest mall, please.
Yeah, please don't take me to the poor mall. That's what he said. That's what he said when he came and played with us. There is a very, very troubling thing happening in Arizona. In Santan, Arizona, which is quite close to Satan, Arizona. They said the Gila River Indian community, the Native American community, well, they call themselves an Indian community, has issued a temporary ban on dances, full-on footloose, after a tribal police officer was fatally shot and another wounded while responding to a reported disturbance at a home. And they said they have approved a temporary moratorium on all permitted and non-permitted dances in the community effective immediately, along with enhanced penalties for trespassing and disorderly conduct.
Is it really necessary to put a moratorium on something that's already not permitted?
I don't know. What do you mean?
They said they're putting a moratorium on permitted and non-permitted.
Yeah. Right. You're banning it, and then you're also saying you can't do it. Like, one should take care of the other. Joshua Brees, who had been with the Gila River Police Department for less than a year and not completed field training, responded to the scene along with other tribal police officers at around 2 a.m. It occurred at a teenager's birthday party, and there was some dancing going on here. So they've banned dancing entirely in this place in Arizona where the Indian community does not want that to happen. Basically, it's to stop gatherings where there'll be some sort of a fight, I guess.
Well, we're supposed to dance, though.
I don't know. Was that an actual thing back in the day? Was Footloose like based on anything? Like, were there tiny religious towns where they banned dancing?
They probably banned. I think the people who aren't super familiar with Footloose think it's about.
I got you.
All right, what do you got?
Says 1984 Footloose, inspired by the controversial planning of Elmore City, Oklahoma's first prom in 1980.
Uh-huh.
Right. They didn't ban the act of dancing, but they didn't have proms, homecomings. They didn't throw dances.
All right. Oh, okay. So they didn't have them to begin with. And then when they tried to have one, they tried to ban them?
They did in Elmore City, Oklahoma.
That's
They
so
said
lame.
1898, a bid to control the amount of alcohol consumed and the associated drunken antics. Shockingly, the ban would not be lifted until 1980 after the town's high school students protested, over not being allowed a dance.
Oh, it's literally like Footloose. It was the actual, that's true. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, we want to hear from you. I'm so bad that I haven't played a single dispatch yet, but they're here. I've been coddling them during breaks. I've been rocking them around to keep them nice and comfortable. Been petting their heads a little bit and stuff. So we'll actually get to them and play them. How about that when we return? A man was nearly killed. One thing saved his life. And this is an unbelievable story that is coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
My mom has the fattest cat you've ever seen, too. That didn't sound good.
Poor phrasing, I guess.
That was the worst phrasing I could have ever done for that.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are clearing up an accident on Colonial Drive eastbound after Bumby Avenue. The left lane is blocked on I-4 westbound, heading over the St. Johns River Bridge there. Travel with caution. And on I-4 this afternoon, you can expect your regular delays before Champions Gate. There's slowdowns on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Hancock Road and Oakland Exchange. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Early Learning Coalition of Osceola County.
Want to give your child a learning experience that's free, fun, and gets them ready for the future? The voluntary pre-kindergarten program is your answer. It's available at no cost to any 4-year-old child residing in the state of Florida. Visit our website at elcosceola.org. That's elcosceola.org.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. They're a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, and there are rebates that you get up to $1,275 on a brand new Carrier unit. If you're going to go with the experts, you got to go with Carrier, and you got to go with millsair.com. That's where I got my system. I absolutely love it. And you got to make sure you do maintenance on your AC system. They do service on all brands of AC, and it can detect and prevent an upcoming breakdown for you and save you a lot of money. You can count on millsair.com.
The biggest stars in the universe
are on a collision course
with one stage. Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, returns.
Re-entering the Las Vegas atmosphere this September. Stream live only on Hulu.
Be here as our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup is revealed.
Tomorrow morning at 8.
Last season, millions tuned into the Betrayal podcast to hear a shocking story of deception. I'm Andrea Gunning, and now we're sharing an all-new story of betrayal. Justin Rutherford. Doctor, father, family man. It was the perfect cover to hide behind.
I was just like, what in the world is going on?
Listen to Betrayal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Betrayal and start listening.
Tommy Mello here, owner of A1 Garage Door Service. Springtime savings are here, and now is the perfect time to service your garage. Don't wait until a simple garage door repair becomes a major problem. If your garage door is noisy, if bugs are getting in, or if it struggles to open, your garage door is in need of repair. From simple repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. We fix garage doors fast and with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Our springs, rollers, and openers are tested by running them up and down, open and closed, all day, 24/7, so you can feel confident with every A1 garage door repair. Replacing the bottom rubber on your garage door can have a huge impact on the number of bugs you see in your garage and in your home. As the weather starts to warm up, keep those creepy crawlers outside by calling A1 Garage Door Service today and receive the best service, best parts, and best warranty in the industry.
A1Garage.com. A1 from day one.
Call today and take advantage of our $29.95 tune-up special.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist. 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Tired of taking allergy pills every day to treat your allergies? Aspire Allergy and Sinus has helped thousands, including me, who spent years suffering before finally doing something. Like Aaron, most migraines were alleviated almost immediately after her sinus surgery with Aspire. Or Julie, who didn't even realize it was allergy season because she felt so much better after taking her allergy drops. Fixing your allergies are easier than you think it is. Go to AspireAllergy.com to set your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Enjoying the news, Junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
I'm Maria Konnikova.
And I'm Nate Silver.
And our new podcast, Risky Business, is a show about making better decisions. We're both journalists who moonlight as poker players, and that's the lens we're going to use to approach this entire show.
We're going to be discussing everything from high-stakes poker to personal questions.
Like whether I should call a plumber or fix my shower myself.
And, of course, we'll be talking about the election.
Listen to Risky Business on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Risky Business.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the
And yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. And we'll talk about this thing that saved a man's life. He was almost shot. In fact, he was shot at, but his life was saved by something. And we'll talk about just what saved him in a moment. First, let's get cringy together because I nearly died of it when I watched this video of a Canadian senator. She is proposing legislation to allow 16-year-olds to vote in Canada. Which, I mean, Canada, you have enough problems. You have enough things to worry about up there. You are a hellhole of a country in the moment here. Freedom of speech doesn't exist in Canada.
But
Canadians,
maple syrup does.
They're falling apart.
In your
They're
sink.
absolutely disastrous in so many ways. Nobody wants to live in your cold-ass country.
What's up with the Canadian hate?
They should be praying for climate change in Canada. Just praying that it gets a little more livable in some of their cities.
Have you been
to Canada? Yeah, multiple times.
You had a bad time?
It sucked. It's terrible.
I saw it from across a lake.
Montreal in particular, a lot of assholes in Montreal.
Look at this white boy from Florida.
French Canadians. Oh, gross. Disgusting.
I've always known them to be very nice.
Oh, French
people.
Canadians?
They're just Canadians
my
in general.
God. Canadians in general are fairly nice, and they kind of get some of this stuff. But the French Canadians are like, you want to talk about, it's weird because they act like an inclusive type of people, but the French Canadians are like the least inclusive. They won't even allow people to put messages up and like different things can't be done in English. You must speak French. Like they're so allergic to anybody who doesn't speak French, even though they're not in France, which is sort of odd to reckon with, one would think. And now they want to make things even more obnoxious by having 16-year-olds vote. Now, if you're 16 years old and you're listening to this, I want to tell you, I feel for you. It's tough being a teenager.
Do drugs.
I have hope for you in the long run. I dig you. You're cool with me, and I'm cool with you. But I don't think you should be able to vote anytime soon. All right? I think that, if anything, we should be kicking the voting age backwards some. Because when I was 18 years old, the things that I would have voted for and voted on were terrible ideas, and my brain wasn't fully formed.
At 18.
I was not a fully formed human being, and I did not know what I was. Every decision I made was bad, every single one of them.
See, and
I should not have been able to vote.
I agree with what you're saying. I do. But then I have come to know more in the last few years that there are people who are 40, 50, 60 years old who will never have a fully formed brain.
Yes,
and
I don't want
that's
them to
just
vote
the
either.
country we live in.
I would rather, here's my ideal scenario politically. I would rather I get to choose the only people who get to vote.
That sounds a lot like communism to me.
No, that's not. This is Shawnunism. That's what we got going on here. It's a dictatorship.
Sell it, bro.
I select the people who are able to vote because some of you are way too dumb to do this. And it's top-down dictatorship. So, and I'll push for all the good things. So it'll be good. The country will be good. But we don't need this whole democracy thing because democracy is this really sweet idea until you realize, oh, all these people get to vote. That moron that was in front of you in the 10 items or less aisle at Publix saying it's no big deal, it's not a big deal, I can have 25 items here, they get to vote. The person who you had to honk at because they almost fell asleep at the light and then they were like focused on their cell phone rather than the light turning green, that person gets to vote. I don't like this. I'm not a big fan of that. This is why I'm never going to be a politician because I'd just be too brutal because there's so many people who are able to vote who should not be able to vote. All Day Yucker says, does Shawnunism include tight jeans? No. You can wear whatever you want under Shawnunism. You can wear whatever you want. You can live your own life. You can do absolutely anything that involves consenting adults. Nobody should be getting in anybody else's business. We do everything we can to make the economy flourish and make markets as free as possible. We push for fairness. Fairness is the key thing. Fairness is the number one thing on the agenda for each person and their experience. And then we help people out, right? Because some people are too dumb to be able to afford life and get things together. And we help those people out. We have the biggest safety net. And we fix what's going on with health insurance. But we don't let 16-year-olds vote. That's bad. That's a stupid idea. Canada's got more problems on the way if they do this.
What if the 16-year-olds wanted to vote in Shawnunism?
No, I'm not. I don't. On principle.
Good question. Good question.
On principle, I stand against it. But this lady is worse than all of that put together. I'm just going to present to you the woman who wants 16-year-olds to be able to vote in Canada. Here she goes.
Full fam. Waiting to vote until 18 is a big yikes.
She said, dear honorable fam. That's how she started things out.
Oh, word up.
Just a little cut off in the clip.
Full fam. Waiting to vote until 18 is a big yikes and mad shuggy. But S201 hits different. Today's youth slays and stays bussin'. That's why we got to give them a chance to clap back. If not, how will we be able to say that they ate that up? No cap, this bill slaps. And
Okay.
My God.
It's too much. May I say, way too much.
No cap, this bill slaps, she says. She keeps going.
Got to give them a chance to clap back. If not, how will we be able to say that they ate that up? No cap, this bill slaps and is electoral glow up. I am its #1 stan for real. Merci, thank you, Nyawa.
Oh, there's that French Canadian popping out of her. Now I know why this is all going on. Ooh,
There you
But
have
she
it.
didn't get anything accomplished there.
But also, like, do you think that that's the only way 16-year-olds can understand you?
Yeah, you got
By
to talk in
using
their
that
lingo.
many?
Blitzy Moonshine says, please say skibbity. I just had to teach Courtney about skibbity this weekend, and she was very against skibbity.
The hell is skibbity?
Oh, please don't.
It's incredibly hard to explain. It was based off of a series of YouTube videos about toilets, Skibbity Toilet, and they became incredibly popular. Kind of like that, yes. Actually, that is involved in it a little bit. And no, just Skibbity, like it's like scatting, like the art of scatting and singing. Mm-hmm. It's hard to explain, but it's a weird thing.
As far as toilets go,
no,
not
different
realm.
scat.
No, yeah, the other scat, even though it is toilets, like despite the fact that it's toilets, it's the other kind of scat. And I don't like when adults do this, when they talk using these young people words. Even though young people have some great words, back to you 16-year-olds, you guys have some of the freshest lingo of any generation. You are on point.
You're going to win them back by calling their lingo fresh?
I don't think I lost them to begin with. I think we're good. I think me and the younger folks are good. But they do have great words. Like, I love the Ohio thing. That's one of my favorites these days, where it first became like there would be a video of a car crashing into a wall, and then the car lights up in flames, and then a naked person runs out, and then like a monkey runs across, and it's crazy, and they're like, normal day in Ohio. But now people will just say, that's Ohio. It just means weird. And you know what that means? That means Florida is off the hook. If we can get all the focus on Ohio, we won't have to worry about Florida being the butt of all the jokes moving forward.
No, we're still there. And one of these days, I'm hoping ChatGPT can help me.
Mm-hmm.
It was the season finale of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was a conversation, spoiler alert, between Grey and her husband or their boyfriend at this point. And he's like, where are we going to move? Please don't tell me Orlando. And I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with this?
How can they do that to us?
Always. The bad.
It's unfair. I don't like it.
Meanwhile, in Book of Mormon, that was the place he wanted to go.
Wasn't that just for us?
No,
they don't change that for every city.
It's Orlando in every city.
Sweet.
Is it really?
Yes.
Nice.
That's not a thing where they're like, ooh, we better change all the music to Tampa now, or we better change it to Atlanta. It's always Orlando.
Wow. I thought they changed it.
We should get royalties for every time Orlando's mentioned.
What? Wait, is it an insult? It's an insult, isn't it?
Oh,
no, that's his dream assignment. As a Mormon, he wants to be sent to Orlando, and instead they send him to Africa or somewhere.
So satirical, though, isn't it? Like kind of a sarcastic dream?
I think kind of. Okay, quick break. When we come back.
Take the W, guys. It's good. It's good.
Jury duty is on the way. A woman thinks she gets a $2.5 million jackpot at a casino, and then they say, no. Sorry, we can't give this to you because what? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's.
Breaking news out of Minnesota as Justin Jefferson signed a massive new extension. Couple of thoughts. This will do wonders for a rookie quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. Offensive head coach Kevin O'Connell will find ways to keep everybody happy. It's what offensive coaches do with stars. And the NFC North is loaded offensively. You got to win some shootouts. The reality is now with rule changes, they're a key ingredient. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Find the perfect Father's Day gift with Macy's Gift Finder. In just a couple clicks, you'll get personalized gift ideas for every dad at every budget. Visit Macy's.com/gift finder and give love today at Macy's.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy to walk, energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again, and feels like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com, andro400.com, or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Easy Cater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Whether you need food for catered meetings or company events, Easy Cater has everything to make food for work, work. Seriously, it's all right here in one place. Coffee, snacks, breakfast, daily employee lunches, you name it. Whether you run a nonprofit or a company with offices nationwide, we've got you covered. Anywhere work happens, Easy Cater has everything you need to make food for work, work. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Hey homeowners, Russ Rollins here to talk to you about something serious, your power bill. Last summer was tough, but this year could be even worse. So don't wait until the last minute to get protection and savings from solar power and backup power. Solar Source has a new pay-as-you-go solar package that lets you start with an affordable base system and add solar panels over time. Plus, their pay-as-you-go battery backup is awesome, and it lets you add critical backup power as you go. Schedule a free consultation at solarsource.com/monsters. Get ready for a stress-free summer.
Last season, millions tuned into the Betrayal podcast to hear a shocking story of deception. I'm Andrea Gunning, and now we're sharing an all-new story of betrayal. Justin Rutherford. Doctor, father, family man. It was the perfect cover to hide behind.
I was just like, what in the world is going on?
Listen to Betrayal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Betrayal and start listening.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class healthcare and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Oh, hi. My air conditioner is blowing hot.
For air conditioners making a funny noise, press 1.
No, it's...
Try to listen to the whole message before making a selection.
Sorry.
For air conditioners blowing cold, but not quite cold enough, press 2.
No, it's blowing hot.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
Well, can we speed this up?
Don't get grumpy with me, or I'll take you back to the main menu.
No, anything but that. Please don't send me back to the main menu.
Fine, but I'm watching you.
Bet if I'd called Frank Gay, I'd already be getting my problem solved.
But you didn't call Frank Gay. So, what do we do now?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your air conditioner is blowing hot, you need a solution now. A helpful operator to guide you, all your options explained, and your problem fixed fast. That's the Frank Gay way.
If you're ready to pull your hair out, press 7.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Ah, summer in Florida. You know, that fun season of watching the thermostat like a hawk, not to mention your power bills. Keep the AC in and the heat and humidity out with new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. Renewal by Andersen delivers custom-designed, energy-saving windows and doors, and that's because their unique Fibrix material combines elegance and resilience, offering double the strength of traditional vinyl. And they offer a seamless experience from design to installation, providing durable windows and doors in Florida that can stand up to Florida's weather. And now through the end of June, buy one window and or patio door and receive one 40% off, plus 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring experienced window and door installers. Just go to rbafla.com for complete details. Some restrictions apply. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
When you use Bounce dryer sheets and your clothes look amazing, it's the sheet. Less static in your life? Yeah, it's the sheet. Smelling fresher than ever? It's the sheet. Oh, so soft fabric? Ooh la la. It's the sheet. Less wrinkles on your clothes? You know it's the sheet. Bounce dryer sheets. More freshness, more softness. Less static, less wrinkles. It's the sheet.
Grab great gearhead gifts your dad will love, like tools, parts, and collectibles, or give the perfect card, a Summit Racing gift card. Shop SummitRacing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends June 23rd, 2024.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by the Franchise Show June 8th and 9th at Orange County Convention Center. OrlandoFranchiseShow.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
Jury duty world. I don't usually do a little tagline there, so impromptu. That's what we end up with.
Fine.
I was going to say all things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond, but that's not this. That's a different thing. Jury duty.
Again?
We already did 2 of those. We got 3. We might get in trouble if we go that far. Instead, we'll do this, and we got some things to go through. So let's just jump right in face first. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
And guess what, friends? Quick note here before we learn about jury duty. Your shirt orders, thank you for all of your patience. Those are rolling out. They are on the way out and headed to you this week. Every single one of you who ordered a shirt will receive your shirts this week. They will be at your house momentarily. People are going to start getting them very soon. But if you do not get your shirt by Friday, that means something has gone wrong. It doesn't happen much, but every once in a while, because there's so many shirts that are sold, there is an issue. And you can email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get you all buttoned up, right? Don't freak out. It'll be sorted out in short time. But they are all going out. Thank you for your patience. And those will be in your hands and on your backs coming up in just a day or so. Jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Excuse me. If you're on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you have lots of options when it comes to attorneys. Make a smart decision. The attorney that's going to care about you and your story and fight for you and get you what you deserve is Mo DeWitt. 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. I would be infuriated if this happened to me. A New Jersey senior, 72-year-old person, Ronnie Beal is her name. And Ronnie thought her prayers had been answered from heaven above. She hit the jackpot on a Wheel of Fortune slot machine in Bally's Atlantic City Hotel and Casino. She says, I was hoping for $1,000, saying, please, God, let me win. The 72-year-old says, never in a million years did she expect the machine to scream out jackpot with one fortuitous spin, netting her a life-altering windfall of $2.5 million. So she's raking it in.
Oh, let
Sadly,
me guess. Let me guess.
Go ahead.
They said the machine malfunctioned?
They did, but I don't know if I don't understand what this is, and I don't understand what happened here. So let's go over this together. Bally's security staff swarmed over to the crowd celebrating with the Chemung, New Jersey resident, and after a brief look at the winning machine, they informed Beal it had suffered a malfunction called a reel tilt, and it voided her whopping win.
What?
Instead of paying out $2.5 million, they offered her $350.
$350.
That's laughable.
She rejected the petty cash, and according to NJ.com, she's now preparing to sue the casino to get the prize she believes she won fair and square. Here's what happened. A longtime lover of the slots, she told ABC News she dropped hundreds of dollars in the Wheel of Fortune machine before it eventually spun in her favor. She won the top prize of $1.27 million, which doubled to the $2.5 million jackpot after a multiplier lit up. Beal claims the casino workers who came over to investigate her win tried to get her to respin, citing a tilt message that showed up when they opened the slot machine. Her attorney believes they tampered with the machine, which is housed by Bally's but manufactured and managed by IGT, to tamper any evidence of Beal's win. So once they opened up the machine, there was like a tilt warning, and they blamed it on this lady. And if they mean like tilting the machine, I don't know that a 70-something-year-old lady could tilt over one of these machines to make anything change.
I don't think that they're implying that she did. Like, I don't think they're accusing her of any malfeasance. I think this is a common thing that happens to, I don't know if it's the reels, like, so in a slot machine.
It's all digital, isn't it?
I think so. But for Wheel of Fortune, I think there is a wheel on above the screen that if you hit certain things, will run, right?
Sure,
yeah.
But I mean, it also seems like a great excuse to not pay out what you advertise for people to play that machine.
Yeah.
How many times have the reason why I guessed it right, it's always that. It was a malfunction. So you're not going to get the grand prize despite putting all your money. Some people will play that game all day, and they don't mind if you spend $2.5 million of your own money.
No.
Once they're supposed to pay that out, then it malfunctions.
And isn't it kind of on them to keep their machines running right?
Right.
If I'm sitting there and I'm betting money, you go, oh, sorry, our machine was broken. That doesn't seem fair. Now, if you said she did something to cheat, to alter the course of the game and made it come out in her favor, fine, I get that. But if you're simply saying, oh, no, sorry, there's like a certain mode that was engaged here that you had nothing to do with.
Here's my thing. I wonder if there would be even anybody we could ask about this who is familiar with the technology. But according to one of the stories here, this is bonus.com. Never heard of it, but it says after dumping hundreds into the Wheel of Fortune branded game, the machine went off indicating the jackpot, right?
Mm-hmm,
so the machine thinks it's a jackpot.
Yes.
If it's thrown out tilt errors, the machine shouldn't do that.
Yeah, why wouldn't it shut down when it noticed that error immediately?
Yeah, and what she's saying is that the attendants, the crowd around her celebrated, somebody pressed a service button on the slot summoning security. The machine changed from "you're a winner" to "tilted."
Oh, no. So what if it was just the person that hit that button that did that?
It says she pushed it.
She hit it? Okay, but that's what you're probably supposed to do after you win a big jackpot. You hit the service button.
No, you hit the cash out button, bro.
I don't like this at all. I'm not a fan of the outcome of this in the slightest. It seems like a way for casinos to keep on casinoing. All right, I teased this earlier, so let's pay it off. It's also on See It Now for those of you who want to check out the visual here. If you're not watching us on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Over on NBC News, I saw this weekend, a Colorado man's silver chain saved his life after a bullet became lodged in it. They said somebody shot at this guy. A .22 caliber bullet was fired during an argument. It would have ended up in the victim's neck, but it became lodged in the chain he was wearing. He had only just a tiny wound as a result, and you can see the chain right here. The bullet got caught up. I think it's right here in the chain.
What are the odds of that?
I know. It caught the bullet. The bullet is in the chain.
Why is it bloody?
Because it's still the chain pinched up against them, I think, and punctured their skin. But it caught the bullet and stopped it from going into the skin. Again, that's over on See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com if you want to take a peek at that right now.
I used to wear a chain like that.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, I went through a phase.
You should bring
Sean
that
used to have a
back.
chain like that around his wallet.
I did.
I
That's
had a wallet chain in 6th grade for a couple days until one of the administrators saw it and said I could use that as a weapon, and I wasn't to wear it anymore.
Yeah,
now show him this story. Say, as a matter of fact, it's protection from a weapon. Mm-hmm.
You could kind of see the bullet in there. It caught up in the necklace itself and would have gone in the person's neck if that wasn't the case, which is insane. A quick break. When we come back, we'll play your dispatches because haven't done that yet. But promise that will happen next. Something that happened at a monster truck rally. Believe it or not, that makes it on the News Junkie. And it is viral news dump here. And the post office wants to tell us about something. What is it? All that and so much more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. Real radio.
104.1. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Construction's causing delays on I-4 eastbound approaching the St. Johns River Bridge, and authorities are clearing up an accident westbound over the St. Johns River Bridge. It's off to the left shoulder. There's an earlier accident still causing a bit of congestion on Colonial Drive eastbound after Bumby Avenue. And on I-4, there's delays eastbound through the city between State Road 408 and Ivanhoe Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Power on this spring and summer with Batteries Plus. In stores and online too, you'll find batteries for your car, RV, boat, motorcycle, ATV, golf cart, and more. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is so important your air conditioner works perfectly every time. That's why I suggest a call to our friends at Mills Air. In business since 1992, that's 30 years of experience in keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. And Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment. 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit ConsumerCellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Spectrum Internet has enough speed to handle all your needs, so you can work, game, and stream with speeds up to a gig. Plus, Spectrum's advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security for all your connected devices. Get Spectrum Internet with fast and reliable speeds, starting at just $29.99 a month with a 2-year price guarantee. Visit spectrum.com/internet for you for full details. Offer subject to change, valid for qualified residential customers only. Restrictions apply.
I feel occasional burning and stabbing in my hands as I age.
I sometimes feel numbness and tingling in my feet as I get older.
It's starting to get in the way of doing what I love.
At Nervive, we hear you, and we can help. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use.
Now that I know, I'm taking control.
Try Nervive Nerve Relief and say yes to healthy nerves.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
EasyCater. 100,000 restaurants, one platform. Whether you need food for catered meetings or company events, EasyCater has everything to make food for work, work. Seriously, it's all right here in one place. Coffee, snacks, breakfast, daily employee lunches, you name it. Whether you run a nonprofit or a company with offices nationwide, we've got you covered. Anywhere work happens, EasyCater has everything you need to make food for work, work. Order 24/7 at easycater.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leaking...
To leave us a testimonial saying how happy you are with our service, press 1.
But you haven't even...
For all other inquiries, please hang up.
Wait, what?
Hang up and call Frank Gay. We're busy watching the game.
You know what? I think I will.
When you have a leak, you need solutions on your schedule. A helpful expert who can find the problem and fix it fast.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is...
And I don't know if you saw it this weekend, but Trump was out at the UFC fight, and they seem to love him over there. The UFC fans seem to be big into Trump because they were applauding and hooting and hollering, and even like the fighters would be addressing Trump when they got the microphone after a win. He was welcomed into the UFC community with seemingly open arms. They like him over there.
I mean, he's no stranger to fighting. Because he was in a couple of WWF or WWE plot lines too, way before the presidency.
I forgot about that. He did do that before. So I don't know how they feel about him in the wrestling world, but UFC folks seem to be into him. And then he announced something at this UFC fight, and it's sort of odd to me what's going on. Trump announced that he's now on TikTok. So he's like, look
at me,
kids.
TikTok dancing.
I'm going to be on TikTok with everybody else.
Can you on TikTok stop people from stitching your stuff or duetting with you? You can block all that? That's no fun. I really want to see people go hard into President Trump on TikTok.
I think they still will. I mean, you could screen record and just post that.
Yeah.
They just won't get the tag.
He got a lot of followers very quickly. I don't know if these are people who are supporting or if they're just like watching and they're going to see what's going on. They want the drama. But he joined TikTok, which just kind of hits me as a little strange because when I started thinking about this, I was like, okay, hang on. So President Biden is on TikTok and Trump is on TikTok. But both of these politicians are for banning TikTok as a platform entirely.
Oh, President Trump is for doing that too?
Yes, yeah, it's the only bipartisan thing going right now. People who are Republicans are like, China bad, and they want China spying on everybody through TikTok, or they're controlling the algorithm to make everybody like the Palestinians. Or I don't know whatever their thing of the day is. And
people in that DJI subreddit are getting nervous.
Are they really? They think they're going to ban all of them?
Well, yeah, because what they want, I think, what some of the lawmakers want, and this is going to be a problem for people if they've spent a lot of money in this. They want the FC or the FAA to like take away their approval to call these things airworthy.
That's so stupid.
Basically, making it illegal to fly them.
Oh, okay.
Would it not be the case, C-Lane, that by now, if the Chinese government was using DJI drones to spy, or like there was some kind of software in there that was,
if it was phoning home and sending all the footage it ever took,
would it not be the case that some person has discovered that and there'd be like some big bombshell expose on what they were really doing? I have not heard anything like that.
One would assume they have, but I think the proponents of this bill would say, this is the discovery. Like, this is stopping it right now, even whether they know what's happening or not.
It's only a matter of time until China does this, so we'll hit the brakes on it so they can't do it at all.
I don't think anybody supporting that bill is saying, we're doing this in case China's spying on us. They're saying, just like you said, China bad, China is spying on us, and we're not going to let them use us, via these drones.
It's so dumb. We were in a state of existence in the United States of America where a lot of dumb people believe a lot of dumb stuff, and then politicians see that, and they don't even care that it's not true. They don't want to correct the record. They're like, hey, there's nothing to worry about here necessarily. They instead go, yes, that bad thing is indeed bad.
And you know who fixed it? Me.
The thing that was never broken to begin with. So both these people are so worried about China and TikTok are now, one of them will be the next president of the United States of America. They're both on TikTok themselves. So they want to be able to use it. They want to use it as a tool to get elected.
Has he posted any good TikToks yet now that he's on it? Has he posted anything?
The only thing I heard about was it was him and UFC CEO Dana White. And he's like, it's my honor to be on TikTok. And I think American Badass is playing. American Badass by Kid Rock is playing in the background. So that's what they got going on.
A lot of followers that are fellow convicted felons.
It says both presidential candidates, Trump and President Joe Biden, have attempted to ban the app. In April, Biden signed a bill into law that could effectively ban TikTok in the U.S. unless ByteDance, the Chinese parent company, sells shares in the app. When Trump was in office, he issued an executive order to stop new users from downloading TikTok, but courts blocked his attempts.
They're not IPO, right? I guess.
No, I guess not. I think they're a private company, I think, as far as I know. But, yeah, both of them want to shut down the app. But both of them are on the app because, that's what we do around these parts. Before we get into your dispatches that I have promised, I want to show you something.
He's never going to get to him, you guys.
I swear to God, I am. I just want to show you this first. This is pretty crazy. I've been to a monster truck show precisely one time.
Me too.
In my life. And it was super loud. I remember it being loud. And I was like, Dad, is it supposed to be this loud? Why is it so loud? And all the other kids had little headphones on, but my dad was like, I'm not paying for those headphones.
Your ears are fine, pussy.
Yeah, your ears are fine. You'll be all right. What the hell are you whining about, boy? And I remember not having the greatest time, but I did like the cars getting smashed and such. However, at this particular monster truck event, there was a problem because this car, I can't tell what it says, Crush S something on the side. This car, I'm going to mute it just in case anybody curses. It's going along, the monster truck is, and it goes over this hill and then up a ramp, and right there, I don't know if you can see this, it clips the power line. There's a power line.
Oh, buddy.
The power line right here. They didn't expect the car to get up that high. The monster truck got so high off the jump. I'll put this up on See It Now. It got so high up off the jump that it clipped the power line, and then the power line comes down to the ground. I don't know if you saw that, but hang on.
Jesus.
Let me go back here. Ready?
Oh, God.
Wait,
that's not good.
Yeah, real bad.
That
so
lands
there goes,
on people.
There's a power pole, and it drops down to the ground, and it lands right in the crowd.
Oh, my God.
Everybody's trying to get the hell out of the way.
Electrocuted?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody got actually hit by it, but it fell right on top of the audience.
Stuff.
It is. It's like a tiny monster truck rally, not like the big ones they do at arenas.
Tell me that was the first one to go because that ramp had to have been tested out prior, right?
I would have hoped
Let's
so.
see what happens, y'all.
By the way, why did they decide to put the ramp right in front of where the power line was?
The truck is, it did make it for a pretty exciting monster truck show. The truck is called the Crush Station because it's a giant lobster.
Also, those people are so close.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about, even if the power lines didn't go, like that, you usually have a little bit more distance between a massive and weight.
Is that a transformer hurling towards the crowd?
It is. And there's a little kid.
Flimsy gate that's between that and the monster trucks.
You see, there's one person on the ground here. There's a person on the ground. Yeah. There's a person in a wheelchair. And then there's a little
What
kid.
If they can walk after that?
Get up, like, son of a bitch.
That'd be crazy.
Big day. So, yeah, I'll put this up on See It Now. That was a very scary incident that happened here. I can't see where it is. WMTV is in Maine, so perhaps this was in Maine. That might be where this took place. All right, let's go over to you. I told you I'd do it, and here goes nothing. Let's see what's happening with your dispatches. Here's Butters. This says applying for jobs after the Trump verdict. Okay, here goes nothing. Hang on, let me bring it on back. Here we go.
Imagine applying for jobs now after Trump has been evicted for all this, because when they ask you if you've been evicted of a felony, you could be like, hey, man, I'm not trying to apply to be the president.
And I've had 34. You've maybe just had one.
Here's Marcinator.
Taco Bell has Pepsi.
Oh, do they?
Only. Okay, bye.
All right, thank you. In and out. Here's Insecure Walrus.
And sometimes, guys, honestly, sometimes the reason I don't go to Taco Bell Is I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta get Pepsi.
Is it?
Yep.
God, people hate Pepsi, man.
There's a difference. There is a difference. One of my favorite stories is that, and Sierra Mist was Pepsi. That was their Sprite.
I did like that.
And now it's Starry.
Starry, right.
I think it tastes almost the same as Sierra Mist.
Because it is. They just had to change the name because they tried to shut down a girl who went by the username of Sierra Mist. And then she did her homework and saw that their trademark had expired. So she bought it.
Oh, is that true?
You can do your double checking, triple checking, but from what I understand, as a third party storytelling, that it was the truth. And she's not like, they offered to buy it for millions, and she was like, "No, you guys were assholes to me. Tried to get me shut down, and you didn't even redo your trademark."
Because they had Sierra Mist. I remember it as a kid. They had it like for a quarter of a century. It's been around for a long, long time. They said the drink was rebranded as Mist Twist in 2016. I don't remember that. Then reverted to Sierra Mist in 2018. And then it was replaced by Starry after that, which C-Lane's saying tastes almost exactly the same.
It is.
I think it's pretty similar.
It's supposed to be the exact same thing, just new name.
Yeah, they just rebranded it. It doesn't say anything about the legal issues and this, but that's crazy if that's the case. All right, let's go over to Insecure Walrus. Hello.
I'm really bad at buying tickets. I was trying to buy like 3 tickets in a row, and Ticketmaster only let me buy 2 to see Paul McCartney. And so I wound up buying, I don't know, something stupid like 11 tickets at various places. I couldn't get rid of them very well. I gave some away. My worst, though, was to see Weird Al. I was trying to impress my then girlfriend, now wife.
With Weird Al?
Trying to get the meet and greet tickets right up front row for the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, a very small, iconic venue. And I bought the wrong package, got the silver meet and greet.
Come on, man.
Had somebody lined up to buy them. They fell through, and then I couldn't find anybody who wanted to buy them. And so now I have 2 sets of tickets. So literally in front of the venue, the night of the concert, I'm standing out front going, "Hey, you want to have these tickets? These are really good seats."
Seats of a lifetime.
Thought I was scamming them, and they wouldn't take advantage of it. And finally,
he couldn't even give them away for free because nobody believed what he was doing. Yeah, you are. This is not your forte. You're not great at flipping tickets. I don't think that's your thing.
I'm trying, and I've never done this before, so I've never used Facebook Marketplace to sell anything. And there's just I have like a couple people have reached out trying to talk me down on stuff, and I put in the ads like Venmo only. I don't want to deal with cash. And then, but there's all these warnings. It's like, beware of payment app scams. I'm like, if I put Venmo only, are people like, this guy is definitely scamming me, we're going to avoid his ad?
It feels like it would be secure enough, wouldn't it, on Venmo? Like, because if somebody sends you a payment on Venmo, can they recall that payment or no?
No. I mean, you might be able to like ask Venmo.
Yeah.
But I still think no.
Yeah, I think that's more secure than they're making it seem, at least there. Here's Val with a documentary recommendation.
Hey, good morning, News Junkies. Hey. This one's for Sabrina, trigger warning.
Oh, boy.
But over the weekend, I watched the documentary on the Movie Pass. I thought maybe you want to give it a watch.
I saw it. I thought
it was interesting. Definitely something different to watch. It's on HBO.
Is it going to make me happy or sad?
Wait.
Thank you, Val. Appreciate that. I've had a lot of people recommend that TikTok movie.
Been watching it. Been watching that one.
I watched the Dancing with the Devil one.
That's what I'm talking about.
3-part. Oh, excuse me.
Is that the TikTok one?
Yeah, I guess so. Now it all comes together. But, like the all social media, religion, dance company.
The 7M cult or whatever.
That was fascinating and also sad.
So the basis of this is that there was like an influencer house, but it was also a cult?
This guy's religion.
No, it was this guy like had this church that people would go to, and in the church, like he got them all like dancing, and then they had a bunch of followers, and this woman didn't want to see her family anymore. There was I don't know if we finished it. We might be only like an episode or 2 in.
I watched all of it, yeah.
There was at one point where they mentioned a possible sexual assault or something.
Yes.
But the rest of it, the crazy part is like this cult thing, not illegal. I mean, to convince a woman that she shouldn't talk to her family anymore? That's not illegal.
The accounts of it, like former members of this church cult and the audio that they grabbed, like, I mean, it's definitely snaky. It was
sounds
a good
kind of
watch.
like sounds a little bit like Scientology, honestly.
Whoa, careful now.
Like, but isn't that a key part, or at least a part of Scientology, where if somebody else leaves the religion, you kind of excommunicate your own family members? And
so yes, but this one was, if you wanted to be a part of this, the only way to save your family is to by completely cut them off. But then when one of the families started to take to social media themselves, saying we can't talk to our daughter, she's we want to know what's going on, this is our only route of getting in touch with her, the pastor was like, all right, now let's talk to them just so they can stop getting us on the news
and the crazy
investigation.
The crazy cringe part in the first episode when they're talking about the girl whose family would like show up to the house, like trying to talk to her,
Daddy
look
loves
for her.
You.
Yeah, they arranged a meeting, and they met at a hotel, and the girl was live streaming it the whole time.
Super weird.
And she was like, "Hey, these are my parents."
Have you gone to her social media recently?
No, I haven't gone at all.
Sean, you gotta watch it tonight.
These people are still online.
Yeah, this was just last year, like the latest. So you have to watch it. You could watch it in one night easily. It's just 3 episodes. So our homework is, we got to be able to talk about this by Tuesday or Wednesday.
It's not sad, right? Because Courtney was bringing this up. She wanted to watch it, and I was like, I don't know. Is it just
touching moments, and certainly parts in which you could wonder how the F did they get there, but I think overall you're okay.
All right, we'll watch that tonight. We'll make sure we get that in. Here's M. Hasty with a dispatch.
I think you're missing the point on the Caitlyn Clark issue here. Put it in a situation where Steph Curry gets checked the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to have Draymond, you're going to have every other player come off that bench getting at that person, whoever did that to Steph, because they're protecting their teammate. They're protecting their prize investment. Well, the difference is Caitlyn Clark, who was the prize investment of the Indiana Fever, who is, one of the top players on that team, get beat up the entire season, and not one of her teammates have come to her defense.
Yeah.
Not one of her teammates has said, hey, you're not going to do our player like that. And that's why the narrative of the WNBA as a whole is not liking Caitlyn Clark, because her own team is not coming to her defense.
Yeah, I don't know enough about this. I did see some people talking about the fact that, her players that are on the same team as her should have stepped up and should have defended her, and maybe that's true.
I saw some comments that were implying that the players don't appreciate the amount of people that are there just to see Caitlyn Clark play, as opposed to supporting the entire team. Which
get good, loser. I mean, they're there because she is a star player. I like whining about that is pathetic. The WNBA has major issues. The WNBA exists as a charity arm of the NBA. That's why it exists. It doesn't make money. It's they funnel NBA dollars over to the WNBA, and people don't care about watching it for whatever reason. But now all of a sudden people do. And it's largely because of Caitlyn Clark. And all I'm saying is, don't have to coddle her. You don't have to coddle her. Let her take this on, and we wouldn't do that same thing. I don't think we would do that for NBA either, even if their own team wasn't defending them. I don't think that we would treat it that way.
Your team isn't defending you.
It does
see
suck.
it in the NBA all the time, though. Having
it
each other's
does suck.
back. Look at baseball fights.
In baseball, they tend to clear the benches and all that. Maybe it's because she hasn't been in the league for that long. Maybe she hasn't forged these sort of bonds with some of the other players. Maybe they hate her for some other reason. I don't know. But one thing I do know is the drama is good for them. The drama is good. It's good for the league. It's good for the sport. It's good for everything that people are even talking about this, because before they weren't doing that. And, I don't know. I just look at it and I go, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think the problem more so is just that it wasn't called out as a penalty. That's the sin. Why wasn't it called out as a penalty when even I can look at it and say, obviously, it's a penalty?
You know what? You know what was not in that clip? A basketball.
Right. It's
just nowhere to be found.
A person getting schlocked and completely knocked to the ground, and that's all we saw there. But thank you for the dispatch. Appreciate that a lot, M. Hasty. When we come back, we're going to talk to somebody who had a very rough weekend. You'll see why. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for slowdowns on the beach line eastbound between Florida's Turnpike and Sand Lake Road. On I-4, there's delays through the city between State Road 408 and Ivanhoe Boulevard. You could expect your regular delays on I-4 before Champions Gate, and there's an accident off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound near St. John's River Bridge. Travel with caution through there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Folks, you are in good hands if you have any issues with your air conditioner this summer. The thing is, there's companies out there that will take advantage of you. But Mills Air is a company that's all about fairness. That's what they're about. They've been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. They're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, and they get you rebates up to $1,275 for a brand new Carrier unit. One that will save you a lot on your power bill, by the way. That's where the biggest portion of your power bill comes from. It's your AC trying to keep up. And you could always turn to the experts at Carrier. You'd always turn to Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com and sign up for preventative maintenance that could save you money and detect an upcoming breakdown. That's 407-277-1159 or go to millsair.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Glad to finally have you over. What do you think?
You could install a bay window to let in more natural light over there.
Huh?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's just that I saved hundreds on my Navy Federal Credit Union home equity loan. Now I see potential home improvement projects everywhere.
Learn more about how our home equity loans with no closing costs can help you get more from your home base at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender membership required. Loan subject to change.
If you ask anyone who's experienced LASIK, they will tell you it's the best thing they've ever done. And more often than not, they'll add, I should have done it sooner. So what are you waiting for? The Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations. Just text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. They've performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. If finances are concerned, they offer 24-month interest-free financing. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your Social Security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I'm telling you, it is working. But I do have a lot of growth. Even my hairdresser told me you've got so much new hair right here. Before I could look in, with the sun shining and you see your scalp the whole time, like, oh, gosh, it's so thin. I've tried other things, and this just, and it worked right off the bat. It was probably within a couple of weeks. Just they're all about, 4 or 5 inches.
Congratulations, Joe. 4 to 5 inches of hair growth with Harem? That's impressive. Ladies, guys, hey, if you're like me, you may have tried several hair products, but I've never found a hair growth product as effective as Harem. I mean, it uses botanical plants to nurture and activate hair follicles, which is necessary to regrow healthy hair. Plus, Harem regrows hair back to its original color. How cool is that? So go to greatlifenow.com to see how you can get a free bottle of Harem. Go to greatlifenow.com. greatlifenow.com.
At Massey Services, we know that no two lawns are the same. That's why we create a customized lawn care plan for whatever your landscape looks like. From season to season, our personalized treatments keep your lawn healthy and beautiful all year long. Personalized, because it is personal. We take as much pride in your lawn as you do. Schedule your free inspection today at MasseyServices.com. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
iHeartRadio celebrates the Tony Awards Sunday, June 16 on iHeartRadio Broadway, the greatest songs of musical theater.
Alexander Hamilton.
Go backstage with Broadway's biggest stars. Hear the stories behind the shows and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Plus, check out exclusive interviews with this year's Tony Awards nominees. iHeartRadio Broadway, one of over 100 commercial-free stations on the iHeart app. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway and start listening.
New South Window Solutions. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
He'll be on the show tomorrow.
Still recovering from the really horrible weekend?
Yeah, he got scammed this weekend. He had a scam that happened to him, and the scams are now on a whole nother level. And I wanted to talk to him so
he
other
probably
people
thinks
could.
the interview is a scam, doesn't he?
He might, actually, at this point. But it was so elaborate. Wait till you hear what happened to this guy. That'll be on the show tomorrow at some point. I did want to share this with you because I thought it was hilarious. Normally, when I see the senior high school pranks, high school senior pranks, whatever you want to phrase it, I think that they're dumb, and a lot of them are like, oh, my God, okay, what'd you do?
What was yours? You guys put some with cows? Was that it?
C-Lane was, one of you was Forks. Wasn't one of you like Forks in the Grass? That was you. That was Sabrina. Forks in the Grass all over the high school.
Forks up.
And then I've heard of
They cleared it before anyone could actually see it.
Oh, they didn't even get to see it? Oh,
no, but we never got caught, so there's that.
Well,
Unless, of course, anyone's listening from Chaminade, Madonna. Sorry.
This was in Pasadena, and it wasn't in Pasadena, California. It was in Pasadena, Maryland. So it's a small town. All right?
So there's still a little old lady from there.
Little lady from Pasadena. There is a lot of people who are mad at the high school class in Pasadena, Maryland, because they are a small town. The students got together and they had a banner made, and they put the banner up in town, and everybody started to buzz. It was the most exciting thing that has happened in the history of Pasadena, Maryland, but it was all a prank by the class of 2024 in this small town.
Interesting.
The sign said, "Coming soon, Trader Joe's, spring 2025." Everybody in town thought they were going to get a Trader Joe's. And they were running stories on the news. There's a Trader Joe's coming soon. And
did y'all hear about it? That's definitely the type of town. It's like, did you hear about the Trader Joe's?
It's so exciting.
Opening weekend.
And everybody melted down. And they found out.
Where did they put the sign?
They said the sign was posted in Pasadena, a yellow banner that said, "Coming soon, Trader Joe's 2025. For some residents, the nearest Trader Joe's is like 30 minutes away. And they put it up on this building,
That's
I guess.
That's a good prank, man.
That's not bad.
Wow, the banner is good.
Let's see it.
Can you send it to me? So I'll pull it up over here.
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't have to if you don't want to.
He doesn't want to.
It's hard to move a link from one computer to the other here.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll
just
find
Google
it.
it.
Look at the one on today.com about the Trader Joe's
We're
prank.
on 3 different places, but we just...
Trader Joe's. Okay, I got it right here. I already had it in my search history, so we good to go. Where's the banner? It's loading. Loading.
The banner is like it has the Trader Joe's logo on it. It says "Coming Soon." It's in a cool font. There's like it looks like they did good work to this. And I'm curious. There is there's a QR code on it. Mm-hmm. Any guesses on what happens if you go to that QR code?
Is it the dead porn star with the giant bean?
No. It's a much more PC, family-friendly version of that. But it tells you got pranked. It's a Rickroll.
All right.
Okay, here it is. Here's the sign. It says, "Coming soon, spring 2025, Trader Joe's."
But isn't that a great-looking banner? You would believe that. I would believe it.
I would buy that because I would think, who would fake this? Nobody would ever fake this.
Watch Trader Joe's sues them now.
Gets them.
Can't go to college.
Or Trader Joe's now knows of an entire town that has just gone, oh, man, they're not coming.
Yeah.
They could have willed this into existence.
They would have been thrilled to have this in their tiny town, but it was all a prank by the high schoolers.
Sorry, Pasadena.
Over to the U.S. Postal Service, they have released their name and shame list, the National Dog Bite Rankings, and in 2023, there were 5,800 cases where there was a dog attack on Postal Service employees, which is a lot, significant amount, and they said they're now trying to make people more aware of this. The number one city as far as bites go, Los Angeles, California.
Oh, L.A., come on.
No huge surprise, though, because a lot of single-family homes, a lot of people have
I'd like to see the
dogs.
ratio, though, because that number, yes, is a lot. But
it's a big city.
It's a big city. How many houses are postal workers going to a day? So is it one out of how many days or, stops are they getting bit? Like
65 bites in 2023 came out of Los Angeles, California, according to this, which is not a stunning number. It's not a crazy number.
It sucks to get bit by a dog.
Another thing to take into consideration, and right now, this would not be a problem. Are they only polling postal workers, not Amazon, FedEx, any sort of delivery that's just postal workers?
I think it's just the USPS, according to this.
Because in that case, this is not a problem in my neighborhood. It would be an issue in my old neighborhood, or it would be an issue in the place. We looked at a house this weekend.
Really?
We're not looking at moving anytime soon, especially since our mortgage payment right now is very low, and that is not available at the moment.
Right.
But we looked at a house and Ashley noticed, she goes, that would be our mailbox. And I was like, yeah, this is a neighborhood where they have to come to your door to give you your mail, as opposed to this is a thing of the past in neighborhoods like mine that have mailboxes.
No, I don't have a mailbox out at the road. Mine's up by the house where they come up and they put it in there, old-fashioned style.
Yeah.
I like the Postal Service person is getting a real damn workout is what they're doing. Because they park on a block and then they go up to each house and then on the go.
Do you have to do that first before you can graduate into a nice cushy mail truck job, or is it just
There's a lot of postal workers that listen to the show.
Oh yeah. I told you guys about when they were doing
but then Sean would have to play their dispatches, and he's played like 3 dispatches today.
We still got the final dispatches coming up in a bit. But I told you guys when the mural was being painted by Alex, who's an amazing artist who does murals all over Central Florida and beyond. When she was painting the mural, the post office worker came by and she walked into the room, and because it was an open garage door at the time before everything was sealed up, and she walked over. She wanted to make sure that Jamaica was on the map and that we didn't forget. She's like, all the time I see people painting maps and just forgetting about Jamaica, she said.
Jamaica.
She was so mad that might be missing. She goes, oh, good, it's right there. Okay. So she made her way out here. She's super nice. That's a good gig, I think. Isn't it a good gig to work for the Postal Service?
I thought
Great benefits, but it is hot.
I keep trying to tell Dylan, I'm like, Dylan, why don't you be an Amazon delivery person? You could get one of those jobs.
Drug test.
Oh.
You could be stoned the whole time. That'd be great.
He works at the vape shop. That's where he's working at the moment. He's putting in his hours over there. A good kid. Houston, Texas, 56 bites. Chicago, 48 bites. St. Louis, 46. Those are the 5 worst right there, or 4. Cleveland would be 5.
These are reported. Does that mean that they also got these dogs euthanized? That's sad.
No, it just says that these are the ones that were bite incidents for these post office workers.
Oh, man, it would be even worse if, like, the postal, some of the people that are getting bit by these dogs are such animal lovers that they won't report it because they think that would be the outcome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm like, take my leg. I don't want to have that dog's blood on my hands.
Yeah, because they
could
could do
my
that.
blood in their mouth.
They could put the dog down, and that would be a lot to have on your conscience, I guess.
No, thank you.
Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll do the final dispatches.
More dead dog talk.
Stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Have you ever been come on to by someone really older than you?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've
42.
I've never done that. I've never like hooked up with somebody like considerably older than me. That's my wife's job. All right, 407-916-1041.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And this afternoon, we'll have a busy breeze blowing in off the Atlantic, keeping us a little cooler there with highs in the mid-80s on the beaches, close to 90 in Orlando. Generally dry for the Orlando metro region, points east, but if you're heading west toward Tampa, expect afternoon thunderstorms developing along the I-75 corridor. Those storms heading our way for later this week, but we need the rain. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. Big congratulations to last week's winner, Cody. Now, the first person to answer this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your riddle. What can you hold in your right hand but not in your left? What can you hold in your right hand but not in your left? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm. The first person to answer this correctly wins a $25 gift card. If you don't win today's riddle, don't worry. You got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted Best Downtown Orlando Restaurant 3 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations, go to maxinesonshine.com.
Here's a Father's Day dad joke. The way a pawn moves in chess is pretty straightforward. You know what's not a dad joke? Getting $50 off the Bartesian Premium Countertop Cocktail Maker with the purchase of 1 pack of Dad's favorite cocktail capsules. Visit BARTESIAN.com/father to get the best premium cocktail maker for Dad at the best price for you. Bartesian, premium cocktails on demand.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman. Instead of talking about how great my law firm is, let's talk about autism awareness. In Central Florida alone, there are thousands of children on the autism spectrum, including my son, Jacob. I'm not asking for a donation, but just a couple seconds of kindness when you see one of our children out in public. It will make a huge difference. If you want or need any information concerning the autism community, contact me at jeff@whenyouneedus.com. Offices, Orlando.
With 3 generations and over 45 years of Florida experience, Handyman Roofing knows storms and hurricanes. We know how to evaluate storm-damaged roofs and not cause more damage. Handyman Roofing has the expertise to get your roof done. Plus, easy financing in case your insurance company is dragging its feet. With multiple emergency response teams ready, Handyman Roofing will be by your side now when you need it the most.
Knows how to get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
Discover a career that matters at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Be part of an innovative team delivering world-class health care and benefits to America's veterans. Enjoy robust benefits, work-life balance, and career development opportunities. Join a diverse and inclusive community that values your unique background and skills. A community where nearly 1 in 3 of your colleagues are veterans themselves. Apply now at vacareers.va.gov.
If you own a timeshare, these are scary times. From the timeshare companies that have perfected the high-pressure sales tactics to the endless pop-up exit companies that are often just as bad as the timeshare companies. Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Since 2011, our mission at Wesley has been to change the timeshare industry by educating folks and helping them get out of their timeshare. Our proven process has helped over 40,000 timeshare owners get out of their timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results have made us an industry leader. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free, exposing the tricks of the timeshare industry and how we get folks out of their timeshare.
For your free info kit, call 800-822-1490. That's 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage nasal care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I've bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better," unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
iHeartRadio Broadway celebrates this year's Tony Awards Sunday, June 16th, and takes you backstage with Broadway's biggest stars and commercial-free Broadway hits 24/7. Just search iHeartRadio Broadway on the iHeartRadio app and start listening.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their end-to-end solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all year round. Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from your Indeed dashboard. Learn more by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
To wrap everything up for a Monday. That is all coming up in just a moment. But first things first, I saw Instagram is now testing out, I guess, some new feature. And people are saying, no, enough's enough. I am leaving Instagram. If this happens, I am out of here forever.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
Pre-roll ads on videos on Instagram, which I guess they haven't done before.
Influencers and content creators get paid for that?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that. It's like a skippable short video that they're playing before this. Like YouTube has
They've been doing
done for
that
a very
with
long
stories. Like, have you noticed when you're going through stories and it's supposed to be automatic, but in between someone's story will be an ad?
Yep, yeah. So it gets you.
Stand it, man.
And you know what Courtney said this weekend? She said, do people not just post stuff on Instagram anymore? Do they only post stuff in their stories? And she was talking about how, like, Josh Fowler's account. She's like, he doesn't even have any posts on it. All he does is post in the story. There's no actual, like, photo posts or video posts. And I said,
I'm going to have a photo post today. I'm going to a 3 photo. It's a little journey that me and the kid went on yesterday.
Oh, there you go. That's good. That's good like bait right there. Anything with...
Can I borrow your kid? I need to get my views up.
It's going to start with the first photo is he ate some bread over the weekend.
No.
Yeah, we just
First time?
gnaw on the bread. Yeah.
All right.
Second photo, we took the bread away. He is crying. And then the third photo, he has thrown up into his shirt pocket, and he has a big smile on his face. That one is hilarious.
You know, it's funny, that experience that he went through right there. I bet if he could fully speak as a baby, he would give that bread a positive review. He would still say,
I've also had the same experience after being very drunk.
Yeah, he'd still say it was absolutely worth it, and good for him. Okay, we got Lauren Boebert melted down. She was in a debate.
Oh my God!
Didn't she refuse to talk about the Beetlejuice thing?
Yeah,
I think they asked her about
and the
Beetlejuice
moderator
thing.
just tore her up.
Let me see if I can bring this up so we could try to work it. We don't have too much time, but maybe we can at least dip our feet in the pool just a little bit.
Toes
this
only.
should be it. Yeah, just those toes going in here. And this is from a debate where the moderator is like, let's talk about it. Let's address this situation. We want to talk about what happened at the Beetlejuice show. And
You can't find it, can you?
I have it, but it's not loading for some reason. That's why I'm blub-blabbing and yapping over here.
Blib-blob.
There it goes. Got it. Oh, did he delete it or something?
Oh, man. We'll play it tomorrow.
What a journey.
Okay, got it. Got it for realsies.
I don't believe
that
it.
very same thing and released
Members
it to the world.
request funding for pet projects. That's what an earmark is.
No, this isn't it. That's him talking about something else. Forget it. That was probably a fun time, though, I'm sure.
Take Sean's word for it, okay?
Well, yeah,
people?
we don't have enough time. And Alex Jones is freaking out. He's declaring war on somebody who I don't know. He says the government is trying to win it. They're going to shut down his studio, and he says he was...
Is he back on some payments, considering?
He said, I've been under attack. I've been gaslit. I've had secret federal files on me that I'm committing crimes referred to the Justice Department, which, of course, wasn't true. It was already filed in federal court months before. No idea what he's talking about. He probably just wants to sell those buckets of paste or whatever that he's got on his website.
Yummy, gay frogs.
And maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know. All your dispatches, they made the cut today. Thank you for those. Send in more tomorrow. More of them will be played, I promise. Right now, let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, June 3rd, 2024. Today I learned one of the guys from this show.
Price is Right. Come on down.
Family Feud is correct. There is a pretty tragic history of Family Feud presenters, like the host guys. One of them, Ray Combs, he was the second presenter of Family Feud from 1988 to 1993. He was found dead hanging from his bed sheets in his hospital room on June 2nd, 1996. Many of them have ended up dying because of some illness that was much younger than they would have expected to have been died. And there's lots of bad things. There could be a curse for the Family Feud people. So Steve Harvey, watch out. Be on your best behavior over there, all right? Today, when the average American owns 7 pairs of jeans. How many do you guys own? You have more than 7 pairs? I have
Definitely have
less.
more than that, but I only wear 2.
Yeah, I have I threw away all the stuff that I wasn't wearing not that long ago. When I say throw away, I mean I put it in a bunch of garbage bags, and it's been in the trunk of Courtney's car
I know,
ever
want
since
that
then.
Whitney shirt, bro.
That's in there somewhere.
Come on.
Oh, man.
I have a lot of jeans because I never throw them away, but I also have like my fat guy jeans, my getting skinny jeans.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole pile. I was like, I'm going to be able to fit in you one day. I know it. I know it.
What else do we have here? Today I learned the guy from this show.
Yes, no, maybe.
Malcolm in the Middle.
That's right. Frankie Muniz quit acting back in 2008 to become an open-wheel race car driver, and he currently competes in NASCAR. He says he likes racing much more than he ever liked being involved in acting in Hollywood. And finally, thank you, everybody. We appreciate you today. We really do.
Thank you.
Thank
Here goes nothing.
Thanks so much.
Today I learned this guy right here.
I Just might get that G-Wagon out of me.
Drake is correct. This is that filthy song Courtney likes.
Can't wait to dump that.
Between 2021 and 2022, rapper Drake has bet over $1 billion with a B via online gambling. He won between $354,000 to $7 million on virtual roulette alone. I saw a photo of him. He's sidelined at a Toronto Raptors basketball game, and he's got his laptop in the seat next to him. He bought a seat for his laptop, and his laptop has
Are
roulette.
you serious?
He's playing like $1 million hands in roulette on the seat next to him. My God. Thank you so much.
Flex.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We are back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. See you next time, everybody.